This week on Face Off Hockey Show, the Blizzard of Biblical Proportions happening this way. Uh, the Tampa Bay Lightning have clinched the first playoff spot. We'll see how long it takes before they get eliminated. Suspensions, injuries, and college signings already? All right, sure. It's Face Off Hockey Show right now.
The following program is closed captioned for the thinking impaired.
Choose your command. You have chosen
the Face Off Hockey Show.
I mean, hockey is my life. I've got on hockey underwear right now.
The Face Off Hockey Show. With Scotty Waz. Sean O.
the breakaway. They shoot the stars. There we go.
And the P-Boys, Johnny and Mark with the C.
Yeah, baby.
You believe it not? Oh, yes.
Here's your host for the Face Off Hockey Show, Scotty Waz.
Hey, everybody. Welcome. It's Face Off Hockey Show. I'm indeed Scotty Waz. The man over there is Johnny P.
I am. I'm trying to get my video up.
Oh, they make pills for that now.
That's fine.
Probably not for video.
It killed the radio star.
It really did.
You know what's funny is that, and I have to get back to it now. I saw this right before the show. Is that? All right, give me the next one here.
What is it?
What is it here on my time hop? It showed me that on this day, 26 years ago, the #1 song was "Informer" by Snow.
Wow.
So it's a good tie-in with your Snow reference.
Yes. Totally unprovoked. I thought that was a summer jam. Turned out it was like a spring jam.
Yeah. Early spring.
Amazing. Oh, wow. #1 on the charts. Wow.
Glad I could help.
Yeah, no, appreciate it. Yeah, no, the Snow of Biblical Proportions apparently coming anywhere from 4 to 18 inches. We're really hedging our bets on this one, kids.
That's an interesting wide range right there.
There's some places saying 4 to 8. There's someone saying
48 inches.
I know, that'd be amazing. 4 to 8 inches. Other places saying 6 to 8. Some places saying 8 to 14.
Okay, so let's be honest.
Yeah.
A foot of snow for you guys really isn't that much.
No, but it's mostly the wind. The drifts are what we're worrying about, like the Tokyo drifts.
Tokyo drifts.
Yeah. So we're apparently in some areas of North Dakota, wind gust up to 65 miles an hour.
Oh, wow. It's like whiteout conditions.
Essentially, yeah. So, yeah, fun times ahead. And it's only going to last until like Friday at 1 a.m.
And then it'll be 60.
Exactly.
Oh, no, that's Maryland weather. My fault.
Right? Exactly. But it's actually warm out there, so I don't think it's going to be too bad to clean up. Although they're already predicting flooding for the downtown area. So, hey, Grand Forks, go get them. What'd you do with your week, Johnny? I had a week of snow.
I got tiny Mountain Dews.
Tiny Mountain Dews?
I don't know why. The tiny soda cans are hilarious to me, and I buy them all the time.
Is it because it makes you look regular sized?
Maybe. They're like little cycling dope sodas. Phil and I used to call them dope sodas because all the cyclists would have the little Coca-Cola cans in their pockets.
And what is that? Is that an 8 ounce?
This is I'm looking at 7.5 fluid ounces.
Wow. Okay, so this is a 12-ounce can for comparison.
For comparison.
It's for comparison.
For comparison.
For America.
Same can.
For depth perception purposes.
That would have been great on the video.
Right? If you're not watching the video and then by the numbers, you're not.
That's true, but Eddie's here.
Hey, Eddie. Shout out.
He doesn't like the Mountain Dew. He says it's tooth decay in a can.
Well, isn't most soda tooth decay in a can?
It is what it is. I'm going to die at some point.
Yeah, and the fact that with your breathing condition you've made it this far, I think it's a big win for you.
I agree. I breathe like a fish out of water.
Might as well drink like one too.
Yes. Oh, that'd be fantastic. So So there was a hockey game on Friday night.
Mm-hmm.
Black Bears. Went to that. Saturday night, went to a wine bar with some friends. Which was interesting. The night started off in a weird tone, I guess, because a couple of my friends, my friend Matt and his wife, went to this like women's store that was around the corner because she wanted to like see dresses and stuff. So I stayed with Matt's sister at the wine bar, and I was like, all right, well, I'm going to get a glass of wine. And we're trying to figure out if we have to walk outside to get to the restaurant that we're going to, or if it's connected. But in the meantime, we get another glass of wine. And we're like, well, we probably have to finish these before everybody gets back over in case we have to go outside. And literally the bartender hands me the glass of wine, and the sister looks at me and goes, they're coming across the street. And I go, okay. And I down a glass of wine.
That doesn't seem like a good idea.
I put the glass back down. Then we didn't have to go outside at all. There was an elevator.
Well then.
So I really didn't have to drink wine that fast, but I did, and that just started a downhill for the night.
Right.
But I missed a great hockey game from what I've been told.
Yeah, no, it was a thrilling game on Saturday night, and you also had the built-in reason of it was Pucks and Pup night.
It
There
was
were a lot of dogs.
It was lots of dogs. So
Johnny not fond of the dander.
yeah, dogs in themselves are fine. It's just the dander that gets me.
Johnny's not anti-dog.
No, I
He's
never want to say that
pro-breathing.
I'm anti-dog.
You're very pro-breathing.
I'm not on the pro level for breathing yet.
Jesus Christ, Mark's team hung a 10 spot on somebody.
Oh Jesus. And then what else? Sunday, the Deaths came over my house and we watched soccer all day.
Death comes to Glen Burnie. Nice.
Yeah. And then this week, I've been getting emails from the Black Bears asking for pictures, and they're using our stuff on the website, and they're trying to get us awards for what I don't know what that was all about. You might have to talk about that one.
Yeah, I'll mention that. It's, if people listen to Chesapeake Hockey Week, and judging by the numbers, some of you are. I did lobby for us getting a media award. Because we rule. So
we do rule.
So they're stumping for us, which I wholly appreciate. It's really cool that they're behind us, and they recognize both my work on the mic and your work behind the lens. So
yes,
it's good
with the extra H even.
With the exactly with the extra H, we gotta delve into something. We really have to honestly uniform every John name and just we'll figure it out and then leave it there. Maybe that's just me. But I lobbied for that on the Chesapeake Hockey Week, and nice. So they're behind it. So I'm all about that life, son.
That's great to me.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much what my week was. I got some new tops from England.
Ooh.
Some purple, and I figured the purple and black and white was probably our style.
Yes, absolutely.
So I went purple, black, and white.
As we are all Mount St. Joe alumni. Minus Lyle. I don't know if he went to high school. He might have went straight to the Army.
I don't know. He could have gone to Mount St. Joe for all we know.
Exactly. The Canadian Mount St. Joe with a couple of U's in there.
Yeah. So that's about it. That's what I got.
My weekend was the last home weekend this season for the University of North Dakota. As they are playing on the road for the first time, their playoffs for the first time in 17 years, since 2002. So 17 years? Is that 17 years? That's 17 years. Yeah. So we got that going for us. What else did I do? I didn't build my second cabinet or chest or rack or thing. I hung the belts though.
That's nice.
Hung the belts there.
I was trying to figure out where you were going. You went with chest and rack right back to back.
Yeah, no. Well, got titties on the mind. I had to deal with daylight savings time, so that was a thing. I think we all did a little bit. Put together some of the delinquent Oyos I've had just hanging out, and that was about it. It was a really boring weekend. Hockey, and that was about it.
Oh, Daylight savings talks reminds me that I might have to need my computer at some point during the show.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, we had a server that decided that it didn't want to adjust to daylight savings time because the setting on the server was set to Eastern Standard Time.
I will say this, that the daylight savings time does sneak up on people. It's a new concept that it was brought together only a mere 3 years ago. And that, hold on, I'm getting something in my ear. No, it's been around forever. Why can't technology figure this shit out?
Oh, I digress. Technology figures it out just fine.
Oh,
When you as a person are setting up the server and telling what the technology to do, when you tell it to always be on Eastern Standard Time, you fuck shit up.
interesting.
When you put it on New York time zone, it automatically changes for daylight savings time.
Okay.
So one of our servers is on New York America time, and the other one's on Eastern Standard Time. And now the servers are off an hour, which is actually pretty funny because you can kick off a process on one server. It times out because it pulls data from the other server and it says this has been running too long, and it's been running for literally 90 seconds. But the timeout is over 15 minutes. And because it pulls the hour time from the other server, it's like, nope, been going too long. I'm going to stop myself. So we have people fixing that tonight. So I might have to check my phone and or grab my computer from upstairs at some point. That was a long-winded story of saying I might have to work during the show.
He's like, hey, listen, I might need some stuff. Listen, when you got a phone, you got a lawyer.
But they can email me on my phone, which is a good thing.
The email.
That's technology, people.
Yeah.
That's also called tethering. It's how you can't get away from work.
Oh, by the way, I also saw that they're pouring the concrete in the second rink.
I know. I saw pictures.
It's pretty rad.
Yeah, maybe I'll break in there this weekend and take some pictures of myself. Not
Getting-
of myself, but for myself. For us.
Yes.
From my own camera.
Right. No, you got there. You got to the end game eventually. Take a selfie of yourself wearing a hard helmet that they'd probably give you to put on there. I'm kidding. It's Anne Arundel County. They don't care about safety laws.
I'll walk in with a Jofa.
Even better. That's even safetier than the safety helmet.
That's true.
Basically
plastic.
Well, it's not basically. It's essentially entirely plastic. Facebook's down, which
Oh no.
How are you guys ever gonna?
How do people live without Facebook?
How are you guys ever going to learn how to not vaccinate your kids wrongly?
Twitter.
Fair point.
This is when Twitter shines.
Right? This is where I shine, Billy. Yeah. Fun times there. Yeah, okay. I guess we can hit the music.
Wow, that was quick. Well, we went through a quick 15 minutes there.
Yeah, we keep a tight 15. It's like our comedy sets. Tight 15.
I'm not gonna say that.
Right, I know. There's so many.
Oh yeah. Who's down and out with some blues? Maybe some black and bruised. It's the Face Off Hockey Show injury reports.
There's some Finding Neverland kind of jokes we could have went with that, but we didn't
Probably.
because we're classy and we want to win an award.
If we, I do say this in all sincerity,
Mhm.
if we win an award from the NHL and we still don't get credentials for the draft,
Right, on our own
what
merit.
exactly does that mean?
Right. On our own merit, if we can't get credentialed from the NHL because the NAHL gave us a big award and recognized us
As media.
as media. Yeah, I honestly, I don't even know if the NAHL has a media award.
Yeah,
I
I don't
really
either.
should. I should check it up.
It would be really funny if.
It'd be kind of hilarious if there's a North American Hockey League Writers Association. Yeah, I don't know. I should. Yeah, no, not fantasy sports. I forgot to set my lineup again. Oopsie.
Are you in the playoffs? I'm not
I
in the
am.
playoffs. I have a
I got
bye
into the
this week.
I got into the 6th spot because Todd Butts' team stinks.
Nice work.
Yeah. Todd Butson.
Butseye.
Butseye. More than one butt is a Butseye. Oh, good. Everyone's playing. Zach Hyman. I don't care. I don't care for you, Zach Hyman. Down 9-1. Jesus. Oh, I can sit there. Anyway, some fun, fantastic injury news. Vladimir Tarasenko's got an upper body injury. He's going to be 10 to 14 days. As the St. Louis Blues continue their strive to somehow get to the playoff spot. The Blackhawks were in this position not too long ago, and they've fallen off the map a little bit. To be quite honest with you, Central Division kids are loving it. The Gabriel Landeskog 4 to 6 weeks with an upper body injury for your Colorado Avalanche. Mike Green infected with a virus that he had at the beginning of the season. He is done for the season. I wonder what this virus is.
Has he had the virus all season?
He had it at the beginning, and then it stopped, and he came back, and now he has it now. Odds are yes.
Mono?
I don't know if it's mono. I think he's just really lazy.
No.
Kasperi Kapanen, he's got a concussion. He's out indefinitely. No timetable for his return. Thomas Chabot, broken toe. He is week to week for your Ottawa Senators. Jack Eichel suspended 2 games for a hit on Carl Soderberg.
I saw that.
Interesting hit.
Oops, upside the head.
Yeah. Little player safety issue there. Jakub Voracek suspended 2 games for his hit to Johnny Boychuk. The NHLPA was appealing the suspension, but the suspension was upheld by his Lord and Savior, Gary Bettman.
Yeah. Plus, it's only 2 games, so it's like
right.
By the time you went through the appeal process, it's over.
Exactly. Well, I think can't you play under appeal, or is that just baseball?
I'm not sure. I don't think you can because Tom Wilson missed games, right? Well, he was appealing.
That's true. So there's that. All right. Patreon pick. I gotta bring back up Patreon. I'm gonna be in Patreon.
There were definitely some people though that did not like that Voracek got suspended. And I read
they're called Flyer fans.
I read the mostly. I read the Bettman's excerpt today that Greg put out on Twitter since Twitter's working. And it basically spoke to the fact of, now we understand that Mr. Voracek was bracing to be hit by Mr. Boychuk. However, he was not hit, and he was the one who did the hitting. It's effectively like what it said for a paragraph.
Insane.
It was pretty much like, yeah, we know, we get it. You thought you were going to be hit. You were protecting yourself, but you hit him in the head. Did I sell enough?
Yes, I appreciate it. I'm trying to, like, the UND has a defenseman, Colton Poolman, who's the captain of the team. They put out a thing that he was mentioned to the all NCHC honorable mention team.
There's an entire team of honorable mentions?
Yes, apparently.
Why isn't that just another, like a third team?
Right? Just the third team. Nope. Honorable mention team. All right. So you could be a patron, ladies and gentlemen. You can patron to us. Patreon.com/faceoffhockeyshow. You give as little or as much as you want. Helps us upgrade things. Helps us get to places. Helps us something. Chris, Matthew, Damon, Mark, and Trista, they're all patrons. Also, Jeff, Mitch, Kevin, Ethan, they're patrons. Brian, Sean, and Angela, also patrons. You can be too. Patreon.com/faceoffhockeyshow. And thank God they did this. Thank God they thought of this. Because I just wrote about it. The playoff system. The playoff format, Johnny. People love the playoff format. And by people, I mean no one. And by love, I mean love. No one loves the playoff format, apparently. And this is all because the Toronto Maple Leafs are good. And the Atlantic Division is good.
Oh, all of a sudden now,
all
the
of a
years
sudden,
and years of the Capitals not making it out of their division because of the Penguins and New York Rangers. Now, because the Leafs are good and they're going to have to play the Lightning and lose, they're pissed off about the
Yeah.
playoffs.
they're saying it's unfair because all the 3 top teams in the East are all in the Atlantic Division. Not fair at all. Guess what? Tampa, you guys get to face the last seed anyway. Eat a bag of dicks.
Are people from Tampa complaining about this?
Steve Stamkos was not a fan. Steve Stamkos believes that that you should do the 1-8 format. So
Okay. He's still playing the AC team. They're playing literally exactly the same
they're
team.
literally playing the same team. He says that he says
I don't think he understands how playoffs work.
No, he said, what could be the top 3 teams in the whole league from one division and have to play that team in the first round? I don't think it's right. So he was stumping for Toronto, saying it wasn't right.
Oh, Stamkos to Toronto?
Yep, hashtag it. All that no money they have, they'll find a way. Well, of course, they don't have Lou anymore, so he can't bury that money literally and figuratively.
He'll be the first team in NHL history that skates 18 players.
Right? Stamkos said he understands where the league is coming from, a marketing perspective, want to get some rivalries early on, but from a team perspective of what you're grinding 82 games for during the season is to finish as high as you can so you have enough advantage come playoffs. You guys have that. You have home ice through the entire playoffs.
He still doesn't understand how playoffs work.
Nope. People, I guess he's pissed because he's going to have to face either Toronto or Boston that next round. Another big team.
Great.
Right?
Everybody was okay with it when the Flyers or when the Caps and the Penguins played every year.
Right? And they still are.
Yeah, it's true, actually. This year they might play in the first round.
Could be, well, not right. As projections are right now, the Caps would play the Carolina Hurricanes. And the Penguins would play the New York Islanders.
Ooh, I'd take that.
I would take that to the bank.
Just end it now. If the playoffs started today,
you know what? We're done.
I'm fine with it.
Yeah, exactly. We've played enough games. We played the 70 games. I think 70 is a good number. If we end the regular season in mid-March and start the playoffs like late mid-March, that's good. We're done by May.
I'd be fine with that.
I'd be perfectly okay with it. Anyway,
maybe that's what we should write about next week.
Right. Well, here's the thing. Like McClure, not even tall McClure, but McClure was talking about how the Caps, and I think some Caps fans have said that the playoff format's kind of garbage because you play the same team every year. But like, what happened to the pride in winning your division? What happened to the bragging rights that comes with that? I guess that and 25 cents will buy you a Coke, but
where a tiny Coke?
Tiny Coke.
Chris says he's only okay with the Caps and the Penguins beating on each other, and then because he's a Rangers fan.
Oh, I'm so glad they're not beating off each other.
No, on.
Yeah, that could be even grosser. I don't know. Not entirely sure.
But I don't know. Hasn't the NHL come out and basically been like, "We're okay with the playoffs, peace"?
Yeah, well, they have. The NHL said during the GM meetings, Bill Daly said, "Yeah, no, nothing's changing." And that's the thing. Like, people are just like, "Oh, we want more rivalries. We have a whole rivalry night," and then people mock the rivalries because NBC doesn't know how to program a goddamn television station.
I mean, if we really want to make this fun, you play the regular season. 16 teams make the playoffs. They get seeded committee style, like the NCAA bracket.
Ooh.
And all 16 teams go into a 16-team bracket. East plays West. I don't give a shit who makes it to the Stanley Cup Finals.
So it's like the old times when when there was a 21-team league and it was 1 to 16, but there's a ranking system. So,
well, no, but it becomes an arbitrary ranking system.
Right.
Because you have to have a bunch of like old GMs in the room that you can like
Sure.
talk through who the actual number one seed is.
There was a graphic that someone found from Sportsnet, and I don't know if you saw that, Johnny.
Probably not.
Where and I'll bring it up because I retweeted it the other day. But
I
mean,
maybe I did see it because you're one of like 8 people I follow on Twitter.
Perfect. No, Nick Foles thanking Philly in the Players Tribune. Great. Who cares, Nick? Who cares? Oh, they're calling this this thing a bomb cyclone.
Oh, that sounds aggressive.
Right? So so this is a we'll go to Sky Screen Share on this one. Here real quick. Brought to you by no one. If you know someone who wants to sponsor the Sky Screen Share, possibly get us some TVs, that'd be great. So here's the Sky Screen Share. This is from Sportsnet, Tail of the Tape, saying that the Toronto Maple Leafs have the best top 6, bottom 6 goaltending and coach against the Tampa Bay Lightning. Tampa Bay Lightning only has good defense against when pitted against the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Is that from NHL 18?
No, this is from Sportsnet's pregame show.
These are real people that think this.
Real people who believe this.
Have they not watched either team all season?
Obviously not. Obviously, the 110 points means nothing.
Huh.
Obviously, the team that is now 9 wins away from tying the all-time win mark in a season means nothing.
Well, I mean, the Caps were winning President's trophies like it was their job and not making it out of the first round. So,
true. Thanks, Ursula. And that was during the 1-8 format.
it was.
So, let's not call this innovative. I mean, I don't think there's a playoff format that people like. I'm just saying in general. Your idea is great because that could mean Tampa. People will say by and large Tampa's number 1, but even though Toronto's 3 in their division, they're overall number 2 because to hell with the Jets or the Sharks or the Flames or anybody. Toronto number 2.
Yeah, I love it. And then because you have to put together a body of work. Sure. And you also have to have a strength of schedule. So if you have a shit division, cool, you beat up on your shit division all year long. But guess what? Your strength of schedule is a 98. When Toronto is a really strong strength of schedule, their strength of schedule is 15.
Like the freaking math nerds would love this,
and they'll be talking about resumes and key wins and. You can get Jay Billis on.
Oh, get Jay Billis. He doesn't know anything about hockey. Just get Jay Billis on there.
I love Jay Billis. He's the man.
Doesn't
it? AJ says that homerism is a hell of a drug.
You're not lying, man. Like that is like this. The to say that top 6, bottom 6. My God.
And let's be dead honest. Chris says if this is the case, he wants to go back to 6 divisions.
Yes.
But what also could be really fun is then now you have a matchup in the first round where Calgary's traveling to Tampa Bay.
Ooh.
Right? And then Tampa Bay has to travel back to Calgary.
In the elevation.
Yeah. So, right. So now we have travel plays into the playoffs. We have elevation changes. We have days of rest. Like there are so many more factors now into winning.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not wrong.
And you can bribe the 6 people that are putting together the brackets to give you a better route through. We've seen that this week.
Yes, we have.
Bribes go a long way, apparently.
Oh boy. God, that story is great.
It's a gift that keeps on giving.
All right. Aunt Becky, how could you? Yeah, I mean, I like the 1 to 16 thing, and I like your caveat of arbitrary ranking.
Yeah, because then this regular season does absolutely mean nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
Like all you're doing is putting together a strength of schedule. Maybe you could actually get teams. You can throw the preseason in. Let's do it this way. Let's throw the preseason into strength of schedule, and now teams are actually scheduling harder games in the preseason.
You're seeing freaking Nanaimo come out
out of conference games. Oh my God!
Oh boy,
I didn't even think of that.
Honestly,
it's
tremendous.
So many ways. God, I have such great ideas. I don't know why no one listens to them.
I know, right? Oh boy,
I don't know. I'm just gonna say if everybody's gonna complain about the playoffs, let's go batshit crazy and call it a day.
Yeah, why not? Right? Let's go crazy. Let's get sick.
Plus, we could get Scott Van Pelt on too.
Oh, Talk about Alex Ovechkin, Horn. OV.
And then he can get the baseball guy on that laughs every time he does his
Tim
Maryland.
Kirchin, yeah. Tim fucking Kirchin.
They're a great duo.
They're fantastic. It's the best comedy duo since Laurel and Hardy.
There are periods of time where I go down rabbit holes of Scott Van Pelt doing his Baltimore accent and Tim Kirchin just laughing at it. And it's like, and I'll go through like 45 minutes of YouTube videos.
Oh boy. So there's that. By the way, the Tampa Bay Lightning were the first team to clinch a playoff spot. They are currently up, if my math is correct, 17 points on Boston in the division.
No, that's fine.
And they're also up 16 points on the next closest team. Their goal differential is a plus 89.
Oh,
That's
man.
insane.
And when they don't win the Stanley Cup, it's going to be nuts.
When they get bounced by Boston in the second round, it's going to be amazing. Because God knows Toronto's not going to win.
They're the greatest team ever, though. Did you see that?
It's
Like
true.
they didn't even have to decide on who special teams was better. That's how great
Right. They were just like, guys, we've already taken this on a walk.
That's how great the Maple Leafs are.
We've done it, everybody. So yeah. That's how we do's. Yeah, so Tampa clinched the first playoff spot. Here's an interesting situation, Johnny B. Quinn Hughes has signed with the Vancouver Canucks, foregoing his let me see here. I think foregoing his junior and senior season at Michigan, if memory serves. Yep, junior and senior season. So he comes out as a sophomore. This year in 32 games had 5 goals and 28 assists on the point. Rebuild continues for Vancouver. The interesting thing is that Quentin Hughes, as the kids like to call him, his brother's Jack Hughes, who's the outright number 1 overall pick, I would say. And now the question goes,
I'll be right back down. I'll be right back down here.
Okay. The question goes whether or not Jack Hughes decides to go to Michigan as well. He's committed. And now the question is, will he go, or will, when he gets picked number 1 overall, probably by Edmonton? Probably by Edmonton. How great would that be? Oh, if Edmonton won the draft lottery. Oh, baby. I don't know if what we can do here if Jack Hughes gets drafted by the Edmonton Oilers. I am would be quite shocked and chagrined if Jack Hughes is not selected by the Oilers when they win the draft lottery.
I love it when the Oilers win.
Right? I wonder if he'll jump. I wonder if Jack Hughes will jump or if he'll go to Michigan for a year since his brother's now gone. I don't know.
Well, didn't he really want to go to Michigan because of his brother?
Yeah, I think he did. I think Quinn said he was going to stay, and then Quinn saw the money truck back up to his family's house. He's like, hey, listen, I can only do so much.
But it was for Jack.
Yeah, it was. That's the really weird part. And he's like, oh, I guess you're here too, Quinn. And they have a younger brother who's supposed to be even better. This is a weird situation. They've already been dubbed last summer as the future first family of American hockey. So yeah, we'll see. Jack Hughes has been just tremendous this year. Why can't I spell Hughes? Why is Hughes so hard to spell, Johnny?
Is it Hughes?
I think that second H really screws me up.
Yeah. Well, it's silent.
The Hudgies. So Quinn Hughes this year with the national development team has the under 18 team. He has 20 goals and 69 points in 35 games.
It's not bad.
For the USHL team, which plays against, the junior level players, he has 9 goals and 31 points in only 18 games.
Who do they? Which division are they in?
The USHL.
Or is that just one big thing? Not
yeah,
like the
it's-
NAHL where they just play like the 4 teams in their division.
There's two conferences, or there's 2 conferences. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Let me see. Give me some information here. Who do they play? League information and facts. It'd be a lot easier if I just looked it up on Wikipedia. Stop trying to fight eliteprospects.com. That's where the
That's-
Fargo Force are in.
That's still around?
I know, right? Elite Prospects is good because it gives you by birthplace, and that's how I get all my Maryland player information. Although they're updating hot garb. They're updating hot garbage. Jesus Christ, this website. What happened to league websites? Why are they so bad all of a sudden?
Because no one cares anymore.
I'm sure I go on this rant constantly.
They have become crap recently.
Um,
Like it used to just be that the Kumja was in French, and we were like, French website got us again. But now, like,
Right.
they all can't be used.
yeah, they're all. Hey, let's do Web 2.0. No, you barely got Web 1.0 down.
I think what happened was that GeoCities stopped supporting, and all of the leagues were like, shit. What about GoDaddy?
So the USHL is broken up to an Eastern Conference and Western Conference. Team USA plays against Muskegon, Chicago, Cedar Rapids, Youngstown, Dubuque, Central Illinois, Green Bay, and Madison.
Nice.
Sorry, 17 teams, not 16. So Team USA is battling Murray Gunty, who owns the Maryland Black Bears, his Youngstown Phantoms, which is an affiliate of the Maryland Black Bears. But the Team USA has 3 games in hand. So who's to say? Jack Hughes doing the Lord's work. I'm trying to find out if oh God, I guess stop. Yes, I'm blocking ads because I don't want to read these dumb ads that you guys flock around the website. Anyway. Yeah, they say the youngest Luke Hughes is the best skating out of the 3 of them. And Jack Hughes, when I saw him 2 years ago, I think, at Grand Forks, he was fantastic as a skater. So,
Luke
Weird.
Hughes sounds made up with the other 2.
right?
Like they just ran out of names, maybe.
Maybe. There's a chance Jack could be another. Jack sought exceptional status to play in the Ontario League, which was denied. Wow. All right, and this works out perfectly because there's a story later about Shane Wright, who's getting exceptional status in the OHL. Jack Hughes asked for it and got denied.
Jeez.
Wow. So,
Well, he's not Canadian.
true. Yeah. We'll see how this all goes. Nothing here says that Jack was just wanted to play with Quinn. He was going to because of Quinn. But Quinn said, who knows? Quinn said, playing with my brother would be a dream come true. He's got to make his own decisions. Well, guess what? That dream's over, I guess. Oh, well. There you go. Quinn Hughes and the rebuild continues. Did you hear that?
That's a good band name.
Yeah, what's that?
Quinn Hughes and the rebuild continues.
Oh, that's good. That's very indie hipster. As Mark with the C joins us now, this is also probably a bad name, but a good hipster name. Morgan Riley and the Presumed Slur. So,
Alleged
slur, yes. So I don't know if people got up and heard people get up in arms, and this is another thing where Toronto people were getting pissy because one of their players is being attacked. But at this time, it was kind of a warranted. Because the NHL interviewed everybody and their mother who was there at the game, and they're like, "Yeah, no, he didn't say the other F word. He said ragged, which is a hockey term apparently." Mark, have you heard ragged before in your life?
Oh, I mean, plenty of times. I think we called Berman a ragged at least a dozen times.
Oh, we called
it's not directed at anyone, Mark.
Oh no,
No. No. The term means to dump the puck.
Yeah.
Oh. Well,
Or to
Berman
send
was
it around.
really good at missing passes and ragging it into the corner.
and incidentally dumping the puck.
Yeah.
Right. So, yeah.
I don't believe that that's true.
That's what I was told.
By whom?
The internet.
Oh, there we go. So apparently, Ragged was what they Morgan Riley said after being interviewed, or during the thing, and then everything like that. Of course, the internet, being as it is, jumped down Morgan Riley's throat, and then there we go. So it was an interesting 24-hour news cycle. I am, don't first off, don't call anybody that unless it's a funny joke. Then go by all means. I'm not a language police. I'm not very linguistic. I'm not that cunning of a linguist. Just ask Jen. Zing. That's a lie. She loves it. The point is this: the idea of you just hear a thing that sounds like a thing, and the next thing, like a lot of misheard lyrics. Misheard lyrics. Excuse me while I kiss this guy. That's like.
You mean wrapped up like a douche?
Yes. Yes.
And my favorite so far is whoa, Black Betty, panda lamps. Whoa, Black Betty. Because everyone has panda lamps.
God knows I do. Several.
No, I think part of the problem that I have with this is that at this point now, you've gotten to the point where it's no longer like, wow, that occurred. And it's like people are going out of their way to try to find offensive things now. Right? Like,
that's fair.
At least if it occurred, people can be outraged. But like, it wasn't, it kind of sounds like it.
Yeah.
Right? Like, and no one in the general vicinity even reacted at all, probably, which means nothing occurred.
My biggest thing is that if he did say it, let the guy come out himself. Don't out him like that, bro. Let him come out on his own terms. If you know something about him, just let it be. Let it be.
Let it be.
We've come a long way since Slapshot, huh?
Oh God, haven't we? Jesus.
I mean, wasn't this literally a scene from Slapshot?
No, his wife was a lesbian.
No, his wife was a lesbian. That's right.
No. There's also if you don't give your son something more than that F-word haircut, he's gonna be sucking dick faster than you can whistle. Shit, what was the line? Whistle Dixie. It was when he meets with the owner. Oh God! Now I gotta find that.
Yeah, that was a completely different era.
Yeah. Oh shit. God.
Is that why it's still funny?
Because it's a different era.
Because now at this point, it's basically like, whoa, we'll never be able to see a movie like this again.
Yeah, I mean, do you ever think that anyone in this day and age could make a movie where a little old woman talks jive to two black men on an airplane?
That's
right?
True.
Okay.
That's true.
All right, so here's the
or
line.
Blazing Saddles.
Reggie Dunlap says, "Your son looks like a other F word to me," and then the woman says, "I beg your pardon," and then Reggie Dunlap says, "You better get remarried again because he's gonna wind up with someone's dick in his mouth before you can say Jack Robinson."
See, that's what I thought. I thought there was a scene in Slapshot that
yes, there was
where this general incident occurred.
Yeah, I'm sure it occurred on the ice too. So.
I'm not saying it's an okay thing. I'm just saying that
we're not condoning it.
Yeah,
we're saying it's hilarious.
Yes, no one's going with pitchforks at Paul Newman.
No, because he's dead.
Well, that's true. It's a very true statement. Actually, you're gonna need more than a pitchfork, I think.
Yeah, you're gonna need a shovel to
probably
start.
A spade as well.
I had to break the locks in the casket. So yeah. There's
By the way,
that.
did anyone ever get "We Will Rock You" the phrase "kicking your cat all over the place"? Did anyone ever think it was kicking your cat all over the place? That's just ridiculous. I found a website. It's clearly not. No one ever thought that the word was kicking your cat all over the place.
There's an AC/DC song that he thinks someone drops the N-bomb in. Can't remember which one it was. I think it was Thunderstruck.
Perhaps.
They think,
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know. Did you pull up a Wikipedia page on misused song lyrics?
I just Googled it.
I go. All right. What song was it? Right on. No, one-way ticket.
Yeah, this website sucks.
Oh, that's not great.
Is it a team website?
Oh, it was this Highway to Hell? Might have been Highway to Hell. Oh yeah. So living easy, living free. Season ticket on a one-way ride. Someone said season N-word on the one-way ride. He is Australian, and that is kind of that is appropriate down there.
That doesn't even sound close to each other.
No. Well, the way Bon Scott sings it, I think so.
Ah, maybe. Panda lamps. Whoa.
That's true. Oh boy. I always when I downloaded Black Betty, I always thought that the track skipped because it has that hard cut after the guitar thing.
Uh-huh.
I'm just like, oh no, I gotta get a better copy on Napster.
And then that one was broken as well.
Yeah. It's like, oh, this is not great.
Napster. The kids listening to us don't even know what Napster is.
Is Napster still around?
It might be like Spotify now.
Ooh. I listen to a lot of Spotify too. Get my daily mixes. Napster is still going apparently. Napster is a thing. It's a 100% legal digital service.
I like how it had to like rebrand itself. No, this time we swear.
This time, guys, honestly, we really mean it this time. Yeah, essentially it's Spotify. So they got the same logo and everything. Good for them. Mark, what do you think about the playoff format?
The current playoff format?
Yeah.
I think we've talked about this many times, but I believe it should be the top 16 teams. And I get that Seattle's coming, and I get that the conferences will now be evened out eventually. But I think it's ridiculous that there's fewer teams in the Western Conference. No matter what you say, statistically, it's easier to get to the playoffs in the Western Conference than it is in the Eastern Conference. I should be top 16 teams regardless of conference, seeded in that manner.
Oh, boo.
One place.
See, Johnny had another thing. 16
Boo.
teams get into the playoffs, then arbitrary selection committee.
Like the NCAA is.
Yeah.
Who gets to decide? Like Chris Chelios?
6 old guys.
Sure.
Yeah, six dudes.
6 ex-players. And like I was saying, then you have to put together strength of schedule and everything. A body of work.
The math nerds would love it.
Yeah.
Eddie says that
what is
Chicago's
their
up 4-0 on Toronto right
do
now.
they
Is that
need-
true?
Who's that?
Eddie says Chicago's up 4-0 on Toronto.
So they're up 1-0. If they're up 4-0 quick, that I don't know how this team, who has the greatest, who has better qualities than the Lightning, according to Canadian sports media. Yeah.
Do we need to come up with an HPI metric, a hockey performance index?
Sure.
Yeah. After one, Chicago was up 4 Cobb on Toronto.
Whoa.
Woof.
That's hard hitting
In Toronto.
journalism from Eddie for us. Thank you, sir.
Toronto. Good work.
But yeah, I say that's what I was saying earlier, Mark. I was like, if everybody's gonna complain about the playoffs in one way, shape, or form, let's go batshit crazy.
Let's go nuts. Let's go crazy.
We could do a draft lottery, except for playoff teams.
Ooh.
And
So there's a percentage.
So 16, 17, and 18 ranked. The 16th ranked team at the end of the regular season has an 80% chance of making the playoffs, but 17 has a 15% chance, and 18 has a 5% chance.
Here's what we do: we do 70 games, and then everybody in their division gets in, and we have divisional playoffs, and then the divisional winners automatically get in the playoffs, and the rest to fill out the 16, they play against you. They get at-large bids.
How about this? When we go to 32 teams,
Yeah.
you play 82 game regular season,
Yeah.
and then you go World Cup style
Nice.
after that. You divide everybody up into 8
One
groups.
games? Because
No,
at
no.
that point, my God.
No,
Like-
no. You divide everybody up into 8 groups, round robin style, right? You got to split them up 1 through 8.
Why don't you just play the whole season that way?
And then 9 through 16. No. You got to get the rankings somehow. I mean, you can't just make them up arbitrarily like FIFA does.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh.
Shots fired. All right. How about this? How about this?
62 game season.
How about this?
And then a World Cup tournament.
All right, 62 games,
all right.
not 82. You said 82 games
I
and
know,
then World
I know.
Cup
I
tournament.
rolled back after the.
All right. Here we go. 60 games, regular season.
Got it.
We have 8 division of 4 teams. Everyone makes the playoffs. 7-game series of each. So we have 32 teams in the playoffs. 7-game series. Make it happen. The season's not going to end until July 14th. Guys are going to sign with new teams.
But wait,
Oh, that would be so great.
but wait, hold on.
Mhm.
There's a consolation bracket, and the winner of the consolation
NIT.
bracket makes their way into the semifinals. They get a semifinal bid.
I honestly think
What,
there
this just
should.
turned into a baseball tournament all of a sudden?
I really think this should be. No,
Double elimination?
I really think there should be an NIT. In all honesty, there should be an NHL NIT.
What, we could have 3-game series, double elimination.
The problem with the College World Series, no one really knows the rules. They just like someone at the sometime in like June, they're like, all right, the season's over, and then one team wins, and they think they won the whole thing.
It's
That's
like Florida plays Arizona State at some point, and then whoever wins that one is
Like there's
deemed to the winner.
there's regionals, and then there's super regionals, and then there's like mega regionals. I'm like, what the hell is going on here?
The best part about the College World Series is that the seniors have been graduated for 2 months
Yeah, I
before
know,
then.
right? In some instances, like a whole semester, they just stayed to play baseball. 64 teams in the first round of College
Ooh.
World Series.
There we go. AHL teams in the
Oh,
NHL.
there it is. Here we go.
64 round of 64. We can make brackets and stuff. It'll be great.
Does USA Hockey have like a US Open Cup for hockey? I think they should
No,
bring
but they
in. I think
should.
they should bring in tournaments like that as well.
Yeah.
Like the FA Cup.
Well, I know England has that.
You need to expand the rosters, though. I guess
Fine.
the Caps could draw from.
I mean, you could call people up from
Farm
Hershey, but
system,
Hershey would
yeah.
be in the tournament as well.
Yeah, they would
Right.
be,
So you call it from South Carolina.
but they'd be in it. So
No,
the,
they wouldn't. They're
the
East
Caps would the Caps would need to have their own academy.
Caps
Wow,
Academy.
this is now we're getting
Now
deep.
we're getting really meta.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's reel this back in for a little bit. The NHL and the NHLPA have created a female hockey advisory committee.
Okay.
A female hockey advisory committee.
Do they have a male hockey advisory committee?
Yeah, it's called the
Because-
Hockey Advisory Committee.
Did they have to get rid of that because Title IX?
No, you don't have to get rid of it if you make one for the.
That's true. You're right.
So what they're doing is they're accelerating the growth of female hockey in North America while also ensuring more women and girls have the opportunity to experience the benefits that hockey offers.
Okay.
All right, I'm down.
I'm fine with that.
Was there a roadblock before?
Nope, it's Women's Appreciation Month or something. So
No, don't
Yeah.
get me wrong. I like it. I was just wondering why they felt that there was an impediment to women's hockey before.
there
That they
there
needed
there
a
wasn't-
specific committee.
no they did no just
Well, the 2 best teams in the world want to be better. Mark is what we're saying.
right exactly. We need a committee to see how we can get better.
I mean, like I said,
Now, I
more
do
power to 'em.
agree with this, with the respect of like, hey, there's a women's hockey league that no one watches. Maybe we can figure out how to make that something.
Jesus.
Right.
Kind of like soccer. I mean,
Yeah.
the women's soccer league that
Yeah.
tries every 4 years to rebrand itself into a new women's soccer league.
So
Here-
why couldn't we just invite women into the normal hockey committee? Why did they have to have a separate committee for this? This is what my point is. Like, why can't everybody just come up with better solutions for everything instead?
Well, Mark,
of
hockey is for
girls
everyone
being
as long as you
girls?
stay in your gender and class and
Right.
everything.
Exactly. Right. Exactly.
Stay in your lane, essentially.
Right.
Hockey's for everyone as long as you stay in your demographic. I'm Scotty Waz, ESPN.
Yeah, that's the part of the tagline we don't get normally.
Yeah. That's my thing for Outside the Lines when I do a story on this.
Perfect.
Yeah. So there is that. Carey Price won his 315th game with the Montreal Canadiens. That makes him the all-time wins leader for the franchise, meaning he is the greatest Canadian goaltender in history. Don't at me, bro.
I was about to ask why one better than Pi was good. Like, why is 315 better
more
than
Pi, bro.
314? Is that a big deal in Montreal?
Yeah, Jacques Plante had 314 wins. Now he's second on the list to Carey Price.
Oh,
Jesus
no.
Christ.
And speaking of Pi,
Yeah.
tomorrow is Pi Day. Go figure.
Oh, get yourself some Pi Day, son. I don't know what that meant. It's not better day, Pi Day or Mold Day.
Oh,
It's
wow.
tough.
I don't
Balls
know.
10 to the
I don't
23rd
know.
power.
You remember? Were you? I think John was already gone, but Kenyon had a rant on Mole Day one year. He went down to WMSJ and he
I do
told
remember
everyone
that. It was like 20 minutes.
why
know.
Mole Day was important, and
It's
he
on
just
YouTube.
I don't know. It's not like somebody hopefully recorded it at some point, but it's not like Ninja Jeff. It's not.
No,
Someone get Gilbert.
Definitely on YouTube.
Get Gilbert and Wise on here.
Yeah.
Get them on the case.
Oh man, God, I wish I had that Mole Day rant, but no. I gotta say, Mole Day, Pi Day is where it's at. Pi
I
Day's
don't know that Mold Day burger. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forget when's it's 3/27. Is that Mole 3/28? I forget.
No, Mold Day's 10 to the 23rd power. It's
10
October
to the
23rd.
23rd. I was way off.
Way off.
You can't have Pi Day and Mole Day in the same month.
And of course, Saturday.
And the Ides of March. God.
I know it's a hell of a run here because you have Pi Day, then you have the Ides of McClure,
Yeah.
then you have Steve Austin Day, 3/16. Drink
Mhm.
beer, give stunners,
Back to back to back.
and it's like a Tom Amansky video with another one. St. Patrick's Day's on Sunday,
Jeez. Wow.
and St. Mario Day the same day.
It's like I feel like I should go to Little Caesars tomorrow or Pi Day because that also ties into the Ides of March.
Mm-hmm.
And then I can drink like a bunch of Budweisers on 3/16 that leads me right into St. Patrick's Day in. Figured it
6
all out.
degrees of Kevin Bacon. Oh. Finally for our news bit. The only thing is, the only let's see here. The only thing that makes me wonder about if he's there or not. Oh, okay. That was like minutes ago, and I just finally got it because I don't read the chat because I'm a bad person.
That's all right.
Finally, Harry Howell died at the age of 86. He played the most games in New York Rangers history, and he was the last Norris Trophy winner before Bobby Orr won 8 in a row. So there's that. He has that thing. He was the last guy non-expansion era to win the Norris Trophy when it actually mattered.
When it did actually go to the best defenseman and not
Right?
the best offensive defenseman.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's that. Rest in peace, sir. We've lost a lot of hockey legends. It's that time where the golden era of hockey legends are just passing on. Old age gets you. Father Time is undefeated, except for in Nick Cage's case.
Yeah, I
He's
saw that.
obviously a vampire.
Clearly, I saw the evidence. It's online.
Is it because of Face Off?
Yeah, I think so. Took his face off. We welcome in Lyle Richardson, who never takes his face off because he's pretty all the time. Hi, Lyle.
And you're gorgeous too. You're a big, gorgeous hunk of man there, Scotty was.
Thank you, sweetie.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. You move like a jungle cat. Don't think I haven't noticed.
That's why they call me the Panther, the Sex Panther.
Oh, is that what they call you?
Actually, they call me sex liability. I don't know what that means.
The Patanzas are cute too.
Yeah.
Wow.
No one can tell the difference.
There we go.
Okay, we've gotten our awkward homosexuality out of the way. Hey guys, how's it going?
Wait, let's not get around Morgan Riley. Let's not. He'll call
yeah.
it. He'll yell.
He'll yell.
He'll yell at us.
Rag it.
Yeah.
Rag it. Actually, you know, I don't know about you guys, but I did listen to the clips several times, and yeah, I mean, you can definitely hear the F-bomb being dropped. There is a definite fuck being yelled, but the whole rag it versus
Another one.
So I feel like cadence is important here, right? Because when you're giving a command versus addressing someone, the way that you say the word is different. Right?
Well, I mean, if you're going to say it on that uptake, let's face it. If you're going to scream out, you know, okay, fucking faggot. If you're going to yell it out, I mean, yeah, there's going to be a certain rhythm to it. You're not going to say it as if it's going to sound like you're up high and then you drop an octave.
Exactly. That's my point.
You know, which is you can definitely hear, but what it sounds like is fuck ragged.
Mm-hmm.
And it, you know, like, yeah, definitely that word is being, the first word is being yelled very loudly, and the second word is just ragged. You know, and it's just like, that's odd. You know, he speaks with an odd cadence, this Morgan Riley, if he actually did say it. And so consequently, when it came out that when they did the investigation, and kudos to the league for taking it seriously and looking into it, and for the leagues to cooperating. Yeah, I had to say that I agreed with I mean, I was sketchy. I was leery of the whole jump to conclusion that it was Morgan Riley saying it when I first saw it on Twitter, because of course, as we all know, when it's coming from you know, unverified sources on Twitter, then obviously it must be genuine.
E5.
Yeah, it's definitely an E5. Oh, E5 squared, sir. We all know that. Yeah, it is unimpeachable evidence. Therefore, you know, yeah. So when I saw, I was like, well, you know, yeah, okay. So he definitely screamed out "fuck," but you know, the second word definitely sounded more like ragged, or you know, it didn't sound like faggot.
He did.
So, which in this context, I'm referring to a bundle of sticks, because that is the English thing. You light a faggot to light your way,
or a pack of cigarettes,
or in the English term, specified, it's a cigarette. There you go.
True.
As I'm sure our buddy Phil White would confirm.
Yeah. Boy.
And
Exactly.
Shortly.
And Anthony Russell.
Oh, you lucky bastard! Really?
Yeah, in May I'm flying back to England again.
Oh, how long you over there for, Johnny?
A week.
Nice. Where are you going? Same
I don't
place as
know.
before, or something totally different this
We'll
time?
figure out something, I'm sure.
Right on.
We'll get
I
into it.
so
I'll
envy
drink
you.
some. I'll drink some beer for you guys.
There you go.
Ah, there you go. There you go.
And yes, Mark's right. A shout out to our boy Anthony as well.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, the UND hockey team has landed safely for their playoff game in New Mexico.
Interesting.
Were they flying a Boeing?
Damn it. You beat me
Yeah,
to
good close. Guys are on it.
button heads.
No, they apparently, because there's such a big storm in Denver, they couldn't fly into Denver.
Ah.
So
I saw footage of that earlier today, actually.
They landed in Albuquerque, and
snow.
it's now going to bus 500 miles from Albuquerque to Denver. Their
Well,
playoff game is on Friday.
Tell him to wave to Walter White on their way out. Oh, wait, Walter White's dead. Well, tell him to wave to
Spoilers!
Saul Goodman. Oh, wait, no, he's now living in an assumed name in Nebraska. Okay, wave to Jesse. I think he's still alive. Anyway, dropping the Breaking Bad references there.
Uncle Jesse, his wife just got thing for indicted for.
Oh my God! And Becky
honest. Everybody knew that celebrities did that. This isn't a
Oh,
big deal.
of course, this isn't news. It's just these guys were just really egregious. I'm very disappointed in William H. Macy, I might add.
Can this just really be a massive PR ploy for Fullest House?
Fullest House, the prison years. Yeah.
Where Aunt Becky goes to jail.
I saw somebody did a meme of that and called it Big House. That was good. Oh my.
By the way, the NHL did take it seriously, so much so that they had to call Thomas Dundon's office so they could get Mr. Dundon's office, and they just like, all right, we got the Law and Order thing down.
Yeah.
Morgan, you're called here today because apparently you called somebody an F word. Let's not do that again, all right? Time served. Turns to the night court.
It's like, okay, there is one F word you are allowed to drop, and that's the F bomb every time. That's allowed. Everybody does it. Even Sidney Crosby does it. You know, come on. He called PK Subban a fucking idiot several times, and Subban was busting his balls.
See, I say this every time it comes up about profanity and mic'd up players and all this. They really need at least 1 or 2 games a season on HBO. Everybody's mic'd up, no censors.
Let her go.
And get Roenick in the booth to do whatever he wants to do.
Oh yeah. Oh, Jesus.
No, that's where I draw the line.
Yeah, he talked about how awesome he was. How many
Did you see that great move Patrick came in? That's almost as good as that move that I made in the '92 Cup final when I danced around. Who was the defenseman? Oh yeah, Larry Murphy at the time walked in and clanged it off the post, almost scored.
And he'll start crying because he.
I'm so good. Chicago was.
All right, so if not Jeremy Roenick, who do you want to be the color guy?
I don't care as long as we don't see Roenick doing whatever he wants to do. He's going to be sitting there in a Speedo or something.
Ew, no.
And that's where this goes downhill quickly.
No one wants to see that.
These aren't going to be West Coast games. It's not going to be late night HBO. Don't worry. Skin them
okay, I'm glad you're setting some limits there, Mark. I mean, good God, man.
Discussing.
We get Sam
Jeremy Roenick sitting in a kiddie pool with a microphone calling the game.
He might electrocute himself, though. I mean, that might be a win for you.
That's true.
There's not really that much power going through a microphone.
Oh, how about? Well, I don't need to ask if you guys want Pierre Maguire in there doing that.
It'd be nice to see him unplugged.
Can I just say, by the way, that a couple of weeks ago, somebody posted up slow motion footage of a puck almost clipping him in the beak.
That was 2 weeks. I was in Calgary when that happened.
Yeah, that was one of the most hypnotic things I've ever seen. Like, I sat there and replayed that for easily 2 minutes just to see how watching him flinch as the puck already went past him shows how fast it was moving. Just the it's like it would have totally taken him.
Biggest part, the 2 big takeaways from that video is one. The cameraman never moves.
Yep.
Puck hits the camera square, and he's like, "Whatever."
That guy must have
a $15,000 camera. He's like, "Yep, it'll be fine."
He must have Major League Baseball experience. You see that a lot too.
This is covered by insurance.
Second of all, like you said, Pierre Maguire doesn't even react until it's past him.
Which shows how fast that puck was moving. Yeah. I mean, it was going in super slow-mo when you see it, but just like, and end over end too.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't like you expect these hard shots to be like straight, flat bullets like a frisbee. No, tumbling end over end. You know?
Yeah, the other players on the bench didn't even react.
I know, right?
They looked past Pierre Maguire to see if he got hit. They look kind of disappointed that he didn't.
That's what the ooh faces are for. Is like, oh, so close. Yeah.
I mean, the camera guy could have moved the camera, but then the puck would have hit him. I think he did a good job.
I think he did the only thing he could have done. Honestly.
Yeah. Hey, well, when it's coming, it's like it's like the bullet's coming. Just take it.
Well, we've been talking playoff formats.
Playoffs.
Your thoughts on the current playoff format? That now the Toronto Maple Leafs are good and they're bitching about it. Go.
You are never going to please everybody. They have tinkered with the formats at least a half dozen times in my lifetime of watching hockey, which has been nearly 50 years. I'm serious. Next year we'll make it 50 years since I started watching hockey.
We need a cake.
Happy birthday. Yeah, then I can start being like Mitt Romney and just pick all the candles off and blow them out one by one, which is the weirdest fucking thing I've ever seen somebody do with a birthday cake. That's not how you blow candles.
Lyle, he's a Mormon. That's not the weirdest thing he's ever done in his life.
True. I mean, that magic underwear and anyway, it's magic because of its sexual powers.
He wears like a bodysuit to sleep.
But anyway, but no, I mean, you're never going to please anybody. I mean, the format's changed so much. I mean, I remember there was a time when, first overall played 16th overall once upon a time, which I do have to admit, that format where it's first and 16th, second and 15th, third, and so on, that was my favorite one because the matchups you got, you never knew what you were going to get. I mean, in the only time the Montreal Canadiens and Edmonton Oilers ever faced each other in the playoffs was because of that format in 1981. And the Oilers swept the Habs at 3 straight in that one because, of course, that was the decline of the once mighty Habs dynasty and the ascension of the Gretzky dynasty at that time. But that's the only time those two teams ever faced each other in the playoffs and may ever do ever again unless they reach the finals. And it really was. It gave you a really interesting sort of bunch of matchups. You never knew what you were going to get from year to year. I mean, sure, sometimes the way the standings worked out, the old rivalries would meet, like say you'd have like Chicago, St. Louis or something like that. But a lot of times, no, you had really weird ass, and they were fantastic. I enjoyed those very much. And then they changed the format and
Wednesday night rivalry. Arizona Coyotes against the New York Islanders. What a story history.
It's a rivalry to somebody. Yes. To some marketing genius.
Yes.
But I mean, yeah, and look, I can understand, why some people will bitch and gripe, go, oh, not these guys again. But remember, they changed the format the last time because everybody was grumbling that we weren't seeing the rivalries. We weren't seeing enough Pittsburgh, Washington. We weren't seeing enough Montreal, Boston. That was the whiny, bitchy complaint. Now they're like, okay, well, we'll change it. We'll give you that. No, not these guys again. Oh man, come on, so boring. And it's just. You're never going to please everybody.
Has anyone keep going back to selection committee?
Nice. I agree. But has anyone asked the women's competition committee or whatever? Just got
nope.
Nobody's asked them.
No one's even thought of them after they announced them. Because the NHL and the NHLPA are just disingenuous assholes.
Wait, they don't have an equal say in this?
No, God no.
Wow.
Kidding me, Mark?
Go figure.
Stop with that. Stop your sarcasm. It's not welcome here. Because it's too good. It's too. I can't deal with it. Waiter, take this back. It's too delicious. I ordered crap food, sir. You're giving me just gold on this plate. By the way, I'm pissed off. Jen has a snow day tomorrow. Bullshit. This is bullshit.
Are you getting thunder snow as well?
No, we didn't get thunder snow.
Thunder snow.
Thunder, snow, and lightning.
I still gotta go to work because hospitals stay awake and ready
for some difficult to understand reason. Yeah.
Like, let's be honest. Who's going to be able to get to the hospital?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Nobody. All right. I've talked about that. Let's mark that off. Quinn Hughes, Lyle. The rebuild continues in Quinn Hughes and the everlasting rebuild.
in which you probably won't see him until next season because my understanding, his ankle is pretty swollen right now. So.
Well, it's carrying all that money.
Yeah. This has nothing to do with that ankle injury he suffered in his final couple games of college hockey there. No, not at all.
Now that I think
did you guys want to know where Quinn Hughes went to kindergarten? I can tell you that. I'm going to play off that riff from last week, guys. I'm supposedly now the maven of college hockey because I just happened to know that Ryan Zingle played fucking college hockey at Ohio State.
That's true.
Hey, listen, you also ripped off a Rick Barry reference, so we can't. We really can't say one way or the other.
Completely out of my arse. I mean, come on.
Pulls out a Rick Barry reference like it's
nothing.
You
guys are the ones sitting there going, "Oh, geez, worst Capitals team ever. Oh no, we're not going to get all these." Oh yeah, this guy. Some obscure knob who only played 7 games that year.
Wait a minute. Listen, Lyle, you only remember your worst experiences in life.
The
best experiences in life, they go to the back of the brain. But every shitty food you had, every breakup you had that was garbage, every time you stepped in dog shit,
all the time you threw up from drinking too much alcohol. Oh wait, what?
Every time I watch Jason Doig play hockey.
Right, exactly. It sticks in your mind. Because Lyle, those 82 games lasted 5 years for us.
True. True. You're right. That was a whole year of suck for Capitals fans.
2 years
I will
almost.
agree. Yeah. Ooh, that was ugly with a capital Ugh.
Yeah, it's so ugly it's ugly. So yeah, Quinn Hughes, Jack Hughes. What does this do for him? Because obviously there was some thought that Quinn would stay and him and Jack would play together. Jack Hughes, when he gets picked by the Oilers first overall, overall, Lyle. Is he going to go to Edmonton or is he going to stay and maybe go to Michigan?
No, he'll go to Edmonton. Can
Okay.
I just say once again, I'm going to be praying for the Oilers to win just because I want to watch I'm one of these guys. Yes, I am one of those people who like to watch the world burn.
Sure.
In this instance, well, not the world, just the hockey world. And by hockey world, I mean Twitter.
Yeah.
So I really, it'll be so delicious. I really hope they win it.
It is a tasty churro, Lyle.
Oh yeah. And then they turn around and totally ruin, Jack Hughes, and that's
Are they tied for first with Pittsburgh for the most number one picks in the lottery era, or are they ahead?
Whoa, Pittsburgh! Whoa! In the lottery era,
Pittsburgh only had one.
I thought they had three. I thought they got.
Well, they had Marc-Andre
Fleury.
Sidney Crosby.
Oh yeah, Crosby. I guess they only have two. For some reason I keep thinking
then
Malkin, but Malkin was two.
No.
Malkin was two behind Ovechkin.
Yeah.
Well, they also didn't win the year that Fleury. I think they traded up to get Fleury.
I thought so too.
Correct. Yes, they did. So in actual fact, they only had one lottery pick, and that was Crosby.
Well, never mind.
Well remembered, Johnny. Yes, that's
so
right.
Then Edmonton far and away.
Oh my lord, yes. 4 so far. It's like, come on, give me 5 in this decade. Let's finish this decade off with them getting the last one. Oh please.
What is the prop bet on the Oilers winning the first overall pick? There has to be one, right?
Gotta be one.
All the betting that's going on in the NHL right now.
Oh man.
Right.
Oh,
all the gambling.
And on April 9th, we are going to find out. The NHL is not going to keep us in suspense. April 9th, we're going to find out. Do
we know when the lottery started? It was after the 2005 lockout, right? Or was it before then?
The lottery started in 1995.
Really?
But it didn't get. I don't think they. Yeah, but they didn't really started putting as much weighting it the way they
won
have
Ovechkin in the lottery.
Yes, they did in 04. Yeah,
because they weren't even the worst team that year. They were like the third worst team.
Yeah,
Johnny is correct.
The Penguins were the worst team that year, if I remember correctly.
Look at you, man, Johnny. You okay? So you are the draft lottery expert, my friend.
If we could go ahead,
seriously, well done. Like I totally forgot all of that.
Yeah.
Well, we might have found our ha ha fuck you for the day.
It was Caps related.
Oh, no.
Johnny would know it.
We might have found our ha ha fuck you for the day.
You guys are my de facto go-tos whenever it's some obscure Washington Capitals. Like, oh shit, what is that? Okay, you go, Johnny, Mark, Scotty. Who did this and what year and why?
Oh, I remember that game. Mark and I were sitting in the basement watching.
There it is. There it is. Oh, yeah.
By the way,
it came on right after the Orioles.
Edmonton is tied.
Oh, who's the other one?
Actually, I'm sorry. Edmonton is second.
Oh.
They have only won the draft lottery twice. The reason why they were able to get Ryan Nugent-Hopkins is because New Jersey was 8th, and you can't jump up more than 5 spots. So Edmonton was the worst team that year and got number 1 de facto.
Ah, okay.
Florida Panthers have won the lottery 3 times.
Wow.
Name the years of the players, my friend.
The first time they won it, and then they traded. It was 2002, and Rick Nash was the number 1 overall pick because they
traded it.
They traded it because they swapped with Columbus, and they got Bouwmeester at 3. And then they won it in. Where's the other one? Jesus. They won it the next year. The next year they won it in 2003, and then traded the first overall pick to Pittsburgh.
Is there any wonder why the Panthers sucked ours for as long as they did?
And then the Panthers won it in 2014, kept it, and Aaron Ekblad was the pick.
Because they had new management by that point that were smart enough to go, never trade that pick.
Was Dale Talon running the team then? I'm not
No,
saying
no.
a joke.
Oh no. Who was
No,
the GM back then?
was that Doug McLean? No, McLean was
No,
off to
no.
Columbus
hang
at that point.
Rick
Panthers-
Dudley loved trading down.
That was Rick Dudley.
is what AJ says.
That was Rick
You'd-
Dudley.
You'd know. You would know. Yeah.
Yep.
I've since I already pulled it up, but yeah. Dudley did them both, which is odd because wait a minute, no. Rick, okay, was it 03 and 04?
No, they.
Oh, what?
It was
Those two draft
02
picks.
and 03.
0203.
02, 03. Okay, yeah, that's definitely Dudley. Sorry, my bad. Which is so odd because Rick Dudley normally a really good, but then again, that would explain why he no longer has a general manager's job and has always been an assistant GM since then.
The
'cause that was
The Islanders have won the lottery twice. The Devils have won the lottery twice.
Well, yeah, because they got Nico Heishire year before last.
Mm-hmm.
And who was the other one?
They won. That was the one where Nugent Hopkins, they only moved up 5 picks because they were
Right.
8th overall.
Right.
Sorry, 4. You only move up a max 4 spots. I
Mm.
apologize. I thought it was 5 spots for some reason.
Right. Yeah, because
So,
that's
yeah.
what it is when you win the lottery is you
Yeah.
move up into that spot.
That seems right. It seems like why look that they had a slim enough chance to win the lottery in the first place, right? It was in single digits. If you win, you should win. What's the,
Oh,
what's the
fuck
thought
yeah.
process behind this?
Chi-
I don't get it.
Chicago has won it twice as well.
Like if you win the lottery, then
Yeah.
you only have like one ball in there, right? So
Right.
if you
Yeah.
win the lottery,
You
then
should-
you
if-
should win.
Yeah, if you're the very first one and they flip the card up and that's the golden one, that's it, man. That's
Yeah,
it. You
I
win.
agree. What's the
That's the way it should be.
yeah.
That's the way it should be. It, as you said, it's a lottery, right?
Right.
It's a lottery. You know.
I think that we should step this up a notch. I think this year they bring the top 4 up and they play like Price is Right type style.
Mm.
And whichever one wins that like showcase showdown gets the number 1 pick. I think that you need to, and they ask like salaries of players and stuff like that.
Ooh.
Like, I think that we need to make this more of a game show than just like, hey, you
Well,
guys
it would
won the
definitely. Well,
lottery.
that would definitely draw eyeballs. You know,
Yeah,
like you
I'd
said,
watch it.
If you got 4, they'd be like, yeah, are they going to get this right? Because I like
And
your
we can
idea.
get Drew Carey on there.
Or you could do it Family Feud style too.
Mm.
Oh. I think that one would be, but I like your Price is Right analogy though too. I like
Yeah.
that one too. That would
Yeah.
be good too. Watch him play Plinko or something like that. man.
Ooh,
That
that'd be
Oh,
nice.
Yeah. Or that mountain climber game.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
yeah.
Yes. Hell yes, I watch my share of daytime TV. God
I'm
damn.
in for that. Let's make this
Oh, yes.
happen, NHL.
Let's make it happen. Come on, NHL. We have marketing ideas, NHL. Why not give us that? You've tried the best. Why not try the rest? Huh?
Exactly. And obviously
Huh?
the best have done great for y'all.
Oh,
Anywho.
boy. But anyway. But anyway,
Jack-
just so you
Jack
know,
Hughes
I'm
is
going to
gonna
be.
sign
I'm
with the
going to be.
Edmonton Oilers.
Yeah. Just so you know, I'm praying for Edmonton to win the draft lottery and move up and take the first overall pick. Yeah.
Of course.
Yep. I want them to win it. I want to watch Twitter burn.
I would
Hockey
love
Twitter.
it.
Yeah, burn it to the fucking ground. It would be fantastic.
okay.
I wouldn't
Well,
mind
impressive.
Twitter going away.
Well, Facebook's gone away for a while today.
That's fine.
It's like I said. I mean, Twitter could go too. I told you guys before. I only use Twitter just basically to share my work, share the work of other, hockey writers if they've done, or breaking news. It is good for that, though. You got to beware of fake accounts. But if it's got the blue check mark, you're good to go. But other than that, it's just on a personal level, it's just a giant pit of despair. Don't try and get into comment or to get into it. You will not have an intelligent discussion with anybody there. You just won't. It just won't.
Listen, if you French fry when you're supposed to pizza, you're gonna have a bad time.
And I'll tell you, Facebook is starting to get that way too. It really is. It's a shame, but it's just.
Lyle, it's
Oof.
fine. They're just telling us not to vaccinate our children.
I know.
All
What
it's
could
telling us.
possibly go wrong?
Fine, Lyle.
And your politicians are all secret pedophile, drug fiend.
I don't think they're
you know,
secret about it anymore.
Locked up. Yeah.
Kelly,
aliens,
I don't remember voting for our
totally smuggling illegal.
R.
Something
Kelly
or other.
peed on people. We should have known he was a scumbag from the start.
Chris said he thinks the better chaos would be Ottawa finishing with the pick and then Colorado winning the lottery.
Oh,
That's yeah, but that won't. Everybody's expecting that. But see, that's the thing. Ottawa is going to finish dead last, and Colorado is going to get that pick. It's not going to be a surprise. The surprise would be, Edmonton wins it, just because Edmonton has had four first overall picks. I mean, remember after the McDavid draft? I mean, everyone since then, everybody's been going, if fucking Edmonton wins it one more time. And I was
they're all
going,
moving to Canada.
Do it. I'm sitting there going, do it. Yeah. So I think Edmonton winning it would just melt the hockey Twitter.
Apparently, I said that wrong. That was my fault. Chris said he meant that Colorado wins the draft lottery, and then they get the first and second picks.
That'd be amazing.
That would be.
And then
Can
somehow
you pick
Joe
Jack
back
Hughes and his little brother?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah, they choose the 15-year-old who's not draft eligible, but they'll try.
Yeah, but what the hell?
As we sit here today before us on the on March 13th, the year of our Lord 2019, here are your draft lottery odds.
Mm-hmm.
Ottawa Senators 18.5%. This is all to get the first round pick.
Yep.
18.5%. Detroit
13.5.
13.5%. Los Angeles, home of the Doors 11.5%. Then Jersey, Anaheim, Vancouver, the Rangers, the Sabres, the Blackhawks, the Oilers, Colorado, Florida, Minnesota, Philadelphia, and Montreal. And of course, this is all for entertainment purposes. Please, no gambling.
What are you talking about?
Come on,
The
Daddy
NHL
needs a new pair of first round picks. Come on.
Literally last week, didn't we talk about the NHL signing up with some analytics company? Or did we? If we
That was
didn't talk
probably like
about it,
3
they
months
did,
ago.
didn't they? The NHL made an agreement with some analytics company to improve the data that bookies have to make gambling odds.
So please gamble your heart out. Why
Listen,
not? It's a
until
free
we get
country.
that
It's
sweet,
your money.
until we get that sweet gambling deal, I ain't gonna promote. No free promotions here.
Okay, that's
no
fair
free
enough.
promotions here, like this delicious taste of this Coca-Cola.
We don't bow down to sponsors.
No, we certainly don't.
Johnny, how's that tiny can of Mountain Dew treating you?
The tiny can of Mountain Dew is fantastic, Scotty. Thank you for asking.
Look at that tiny can of Mountain Dew.
Damn, I have
No,
nothing for product
normally
placement.
I
I don't-
actually
I don't-
flushed down some
Whoa.
goldfish.
Oh, geez.
Pizza goldfish.
Pizza flavor.
with
The goldfish, the
tiny
best kind
Mountain
of
Dew.
goldfish.
You know, typically I don't trust you guys on your opinion, so I'd have to ask my Google Mini.
Oh, Google Mini. Listen, guys, I'm a journalist. And everything that's fit to print is in this Georgia Pacific paper. Upside down. The
Well, you
standard
know-
Georgia Pacific paper.
Well, Scotty,
Yes,
as
Lyle.
much as I am a fan of paper, I find
Sure
that
are.
the best way to keep paper together is with a stapler from Staples.
Wow, it's ironic. That's meta.
That is so meta.
Listen,
Can we beat that? I don't think
guys,
we
I
can.
don't want to fly off the handle here, but when I fly, I always choose Delta because they have this delicious off.
Why do you have that? on your desk?
Well,
fantastic.
I mean that looks very delicious, but that needs a refreshing beverage to wash it down, and not any of the beverages that you guys have shown, but a
Fireball.
beverage that would be a beer. And of course, when I think beer, I think Stella Artois. That's right, Stella Artois. Actually, I know I don't, but since I got the coaster for free, what the fuck? So Stella
See,
Artois.
What I was going to say is that sometimes you pull a Duclaw beer out of the fridge and you would like to keep it cold, so you put it in your Heineken beer condom.
Yeah.
Listen,
The
Heineken beer
Heineken beer condom will keep it cold.
guys, you know what? I would try to listen to all this great sponsoring, but I'm listening. I'm looking here at my LG G7 ThinkQ, and it's just going off that I have no notifications. That's a shame.
Oh, that's
You
too
know what?
bad. Excuse me while I mute the sound as I watch the Blackhawks crush the Toronto Maple Leafs on my Sony TV. That's
wow.
right.
And
You know
we-
what? There are times that
Oh.
I watch this show. I mean, I'm watching right now. I'm not participating, and I feel like I'd rather be watching Naked Gun 2.
You know what? So do I, and I'm on the show.
I agree, actually, with the Naked Gun 2.5.
Yeah,
I've run out of things.
as have I.
When you need turf for your backyard, You need authentic blue turf.
Did you
From
steal that from
Boise
Boise State? You did.
There's a certificate of authenticity, people.
Oh wow! Wow!
I know
Oh.
you guys all have a choice of shoes. That's why when I go my media business, I have two choices. I can go with the hometown and the Under Armour, a nice little slick Under Armour, or you can just do it with your Nike swoosh.
Ooh.
Sometimes I'm like Punky Brewster and wear both of them at the same time. They say, "Sir, please get out of our store."
Drop, though.
Oh my!
No, this whole thing has got me parched. It's a good thing I drank my Powerade before I decided to come on the show. Get my electrolytes while I sweat out this bit.
You know, I don't often wear underwear, but when I do,
Inflatable Stanley Cup.
Good stuff.
Fun times.
Why do we have all this shit around us while we're doing
I know, right? God. No product placement like we can fucking avoid it. Jesus, life is one giant product placement. God. Good God.
You know, we're just bowling through this segment right now. And when I go bowling, I always use my Storm branded bowling ball, the Tropical Breeze.
Is that the one that smells like black cherry?
It smells like black cherry.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Smell that
Wow.
black cherry and oil.
Wow. Where can I get me a bowling ball like that, Scotty?
I wouldn't suggest this one because the finger holes are warped, as you can tell here.
Wow.
I
That's
gave it
not
too
good.
much of a fingering and it warped the holes.
Yeah. A little too much spin there, my friend.
Can't be either. Got to use more lube or be less aggressive.
Oh, that's a good pop. Look at
There we
that.
go. There we go.
Chris gets in on it too. He said, "Let's not forget our bidet sponsorship."
Oh,
that's true too.
Oh, how can we?
Listen,
Don't show us, please.
listen. When I need a clean ass in a short amount of time, toilet paper just won't cut it. That's why Lux Bidet, the Neo 120, is where I go.
And you need exactly.
See, I have a choice. I can choose this one right here, where it's a toilet paper roll in my hand, or I can choose the other one, the Lux Bidet. Neo.
just water
Bidet.
shooting up.
Is that the one with the different settings that include wet wash, flush, sprinkle, and power off?
It has it. The settings go from.
Sprinkle.
Oh, this is
sprinkle.
Hey, can we mark? Can
Hey,
we
for
mark
those
this?
times when
Hold
all
on.
you
Wait,
want to
wait.
do is just anyway, whatever.
Fresh it
mind.
up.
There's. Can we mark this and maybe cut this out?
Yeah, please.
Actually, you know what? I'll put it in the chat because it's too like this is not trying to lose a NAHL award.
Right.
So I'll put it in the
Because
chat.
we're in media.
Yeah.
Right.
We don't want to. We don't want to go down the shitter.
Scotty, what
if you
temperature?
give a crap about your NAHL media award,
Exactly.
we'll stop this bit right now.
Is your do you set a certain temperature? Is it like 83?
No, it's just right out of the hose.
Ugh.
So there's the line I was going to
This is
say.
old school. It's
So there's
right
the
out.
Oh,
Oh, jeez.
I was gonna- It's probably better I didn't say it.
You could have. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Never mind.
Ugh. So,
Ah.
I have
You could have gone with
smart energy
College
light bulbs
College
down
Park.
here, too, if we really go
Oh.
down.
You could have gone with College Park National Championship instead.
I here we are. You go one way, I go completely other.
Hold on, what is this? Oh,
God.
when you need to seal up things instead of using the bidet,
Whoa.
DAP, multi-purpose.
Hello.
I thought you were gonna say 64 slices of American cheese because that'll stop you. When
Yeah,
you
it will.
Ooh,
For
boy,
sure.
howdy.
Mm. I'm just finding random stuff in my
I
basement
know,
now.
right? It's kind of to clean it out. Speaking of cheese, Lyle, Shane Wright's the big cheese in the OHL. Exceptional status for the 15-year-old, fifth player in the OHL to get that status, sixth overall in the CHL. 66 goals in 72 games, including 84 assists.
Man.
What
What does Eric Fair think about this?
Right, Jack Hughes did not get exceptional status in the OHL. And this kid is. I've never heard of Shane Wright until like the last few weeks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is he good?
I don't know.
Okay.
I won't lie to you. I don't know. The stats sound good, but hey,
great.
he's not the only youngster. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe Connor McDavid had got exceptional status as well to play in the OHL.
Johnny Tavares, Aaron Ekblad.
Yep.
The only dud, I think, Sean Day. Sean Day hasn't really panned it out.
Yeah, no. But
there's also a kid in the queue that got exceptional status that I don't know, and it seems like a dud too. So I don't know. Exceptional status seems a little much.
Can you bribe people for exceptional status?
You probably can.
Yeah, your Aunt Becky bribed
Yeah.
to get your kid exceptional status. Oh, they're showing crowd shots right now of the hometown fans in Toronto, and they're not
And they
happy because
walked
they're
out yet.
being stomped by Chicago 5-0 with 2:40 left in the second period.
Yeah.
Told you, Leafs, your defense ain't good enough. Oh no, anything will happen when the playoffs come. Keep telling yourself that. Oh God, it's so sad. Well, I'm sure they'll enjoy first rounding out again. Fun fact, by the way, Maple Leafs against the top defensive teams in the league, 7-14-1. Of those teams, 3 of them are teams that they will most likely face in the Eastern Conference portion of the playoffs. Boston Bruins, Toronto Maple Leafs, and the team with the best, or I should say the lowest shots against per game, ladies and gentlemen, your New York Islanders, coached by former Washington Capitals bench boss Barry Trotz. So there you go. Yeah. I did not realize that until after the Lightning game, and Dave Feshett of the Toronto Star posted that up, and I was like, oh shit, they're in trouble. They are in trouble. If you cannot beat the top defensive teams that you're going to be facing, one of them being your nemesis, the Boston Bruins, because that's what they've become now. It seems in the last 2 of the last 3 times, 2 of the last playoff rounds that the Leafs played in, they faced the Bruins, and the Bruins defeated them.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like they're going to be facing them again in the opening round. So, yeah, not good. And if they manage to get past those guys, hey, guess who's waiting? Tampa Bay Lightning.
I was going to ask you about the college guys, but there's only like 2 people I know in the college free agency market. That well's dried up, hasn't it? Holy crap.
Yeah, real quick. A lot of signings.
Yeah, a lot of college kids getting drafted now too. Like that's the big thing as well.
Yeah.
So
because they're able to convince them, most of them usually within their but by the time they finish their second year, they make the jump. They sign the big contract. Take that money. Well, because when they draft them, they've got them for what, 2 years or 3?
4. They have them all 4 years. They have them as long as they're in college.
Yep.
Ah, that's right. Okay, yeah, it's the junior players that they have for
2 years. Yeah,
for 3. That's right. Yeah. Yep.
So that's a nice little thing there. It also tells teams like that. We have a kid. There's a kid in North Dakota who is still his rights still are owned by the Dallas Stars. They're not going to take him because he's undisciplined, and he's good at faceoffs. He's our modern day Yannick Perreault, but not great. But they had him for those 4 years, and they lose nothing from it either.
True.
And then they have to I want to say August to sign him. I'm trying to think of the whole VC thing. How that worked out.
Yeah, that's about. Well, they become, if they don't resign. By August 15th, I believe. That's when they become eligible for unrestricted free agency. They can sign with whoever they want. That's what happened with VC. That's why that went to middle of August and provided us at least a little bit of excitement in usually what is considered the dead zone of the NHL offseason, which is mid-August.
No, it's fine.
That's when I take my vacation. So yeah,
that's why I was like, listen, I'll see you guys in 5 weeks. I'm like, Lyle, what are you doing? Don't go.
No, I'm still always on the show here. I still update the site. That's just when I really scale back the freelance work because it really is the fucking dead zone.
That's when Lyle's just like, I can't make anything more interesting.
Well, you just can't. There's no. I mean, once arbitration is over in the first, by August 5th, once the arbitration hearings are, and usually by that point, everybody who's eligible for arbitration is all signed by that point. said so very few of them wound up hitting the UFA market that the only thing you got left to look forward to is, do you have any college players who are going to be unsigned that are going to test the market? And are they players that are in any way halfway decent, like Jimmy Vesey was? You know, that created a little bit of excitement. Ooh, where could he go? But other than that, now, you know, August is pretty much a dead zone for hockey news.
August is the most tragic month. The most tragic month.
I don't think so for me, because then that's when I finally can take vacation time.
Well, for hockey fans in general.
Well, for hockey fans.
Who,
yeah.
oh, is it October yet?
Oh God, shut up! God,
You forgot the hashtag.
Yeah.
Is it October yet?
October, yeah. Drop the puck. It's like, enjoy the summer, dumbass. It'll get here.
Did
Find
you
another
notice?
sport. Follow baseball. That's what I do. When we get to friggin' summertime, it's like, okay, baseball. Yeah, I still cover this sport the off season for off-season stuff. But when August rolls around, I'm in full baseball mode. Then it's like, oh, what do you think of preseason? Who gives a shit? Baseball. You know? What do you think of the start of the season? Who gives a fuck? Baseball playoffs.
You guys did notice that there were far fewer Caps fans that were talking about it being October yet than there were in years previous.
Oh, you guys wanted that dance party to last. Oh,
they
now
were
you
drunk.
wanted an endless summer.
I was hoping for a surprise lockout.
Can I just say though, the Capitals need to win the Stanley Cup more often, because look at how well Ovi's playing. My God. Oh my God.
I'm fucking liquored up every
All of the
offseason.
monkeys off his back.
Oh yeah. Hit his 1200th point last night.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, and hey, I mean, that would, you know, listen, kind of overshadowed
Still
because
at
Malkin hit his
46 goals,
1,000th
right?
thing. Good for Malkin, hit his 1,000th. But, you know, 1,200 points. Crosby's only ahead of him by that many in points. By only 4 points ahead.
Yes.
And very, very classy thing that I noticed at the end of that game, Crosby went up to Ovi after the game, congratulated him on his 1,200 point.
Was that when Ovi had him in the headlock?
Yeah, where the referee stepped in there and they thought they were going to go or something. No, they were just, he just went to congratulate him. It was like, hey, way to go, you know. You see Ovi's face is just, oh, you know, it's like, first it's like, what do you want? What do you want? Oh, that was just so cool.
And then Crosby went up to him and told him to rag it, and he was a rat. I don't know.
And then off they went.
There we
Actually,
go.
yeah, and interesting piece too in the Athletic too. They talked to Crosby. They were asking him about the rivalry, everything like that, and Sid just says, "Look," he said, the few times that we get together, I mean, we're cordial, we get along, but he said, but we're just very different people. It's like, you know, they respect each other. The thing is,
I hope everyone knows they're very different people. Everyone has eyes, right? Like Jesus Christ.
One's Russian.
Yes,
There's that.
and one's a bland Canadian, but that's just the way they are. You know,
Yeah, that's just how Canadians are, don't you?
one's low key, and you know, another guy is fun loving. Hey,
Doing cup stands.
One's
Yeah.
low, the other
whatever.
one's
I just like the fact that there is that respect that's in there between the two of them. You know, they don't have to be best buds, but there's respect there. You gotta like that. Yeah.
It's bird and magic all over again.
Oh, we'll be 20 years from now, we'll be boring our kids with, let me tell you, Sid Novi, that was hockey. God damn.
What, did you turn into Grandpa Steve Austin?
Yeah.
Goddamn, son.
Lyle jumps up on the couch and somebody throws him a Budweiser.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, hell yeah.
False teeth fly out.
That's great.
Oh, yeah.
Lyle, LeBreton Flats still a thing.
Oh,
The National Capital Council said they're ready for an NHL arena.
Not dead yet.
Not dead yet, kids. We are still making it happen.
Yeah, just
So,
not just yeah. Where did this just come over the wire? Is that what this is?
What do you mean?
Yeah, because it didn't. It's not happening.
Really?
The Breton Flats is dead,
Not according to the NCC, Lyle.
and the NCC. Yeah, you know me.
Exactly.
Oh, National Capital Commission. They changed their minds.
This is a couple weeks. This is a couple days ago, actually.
Because the stuff because what I'd read a couple of days ago was that no, not with the current ownership.
Well, sure.
They don't want to deal with. In other words, sure, we'd love to do it. Just get yourself a new owner. They're senators and then we'll talk.
They said an NHL arena is possible, and they would love to have one, but it's not essential to their land development.
Mm-hmm.
So a new home for the 67s, ladies and gentlemen,
I
coming
would
your
say.
way.
I would say.
Yep.
I would say. They do not want to do business with Eugene Melnick.
Who does
It's
these
as
days? No one.
simple as that. They just, no matter how you want to cut it, Eugene Melnick is poison. That man is poison.
There you go.
Thank
Love
you.
it.
Bump, bump, ba-dum, bump, ba-dum, ba-dum, bump.
Boom, ba-da-ba. All right. Lyle, we got any bag of fun stuff we're talking about?
None whatsoever. I think we've milked this for all it's worth,
Right.
boys.
The pick'em then.
Woohoo!
The pick'em.
Oh, do we have to pick teams this week?
Yes, sir.
Did I win
Hey,
again?
NC
I'm getting really tired of this.
NCAA playoffs just starting. So
Oh, another
last
or
week,
two
Mark's
of
team
this.
hung a 10 spot on somebody, and he won. Gets 16 goals.
God,
Mark
Wow.
wins.
it's so good
Mark
at
wins.
this.
I was in second, Johnny third, Lyle in last for
Yes.
the year. Mark at 218. Me and Johnny tied at 189, and Lyle back at it again with the 181.
What's the highest total that anyone's ever had for regular season?
No one keeps that fucking stat.
I want to say it was 500. No, I think it was like 400 something.
I don't know.
I'm way off.
Yeah, it's all right. But
I don't remember.
we barely remember the year before, much less anything else.
The only thing I remember is there were a couple years where I was winning, and then we did the final, the Frozen Four, and Johnny won. So just
Yep, because I didn't pick a team.
Yeah, the 200-point swing is
the
something
200-point
loves.
swing. Yes.
That was the greatest thing that Sean came up with, I think.
Yeah, it really was.
Mm.
Uh,
So it's his fault.
pretty much.
Well, no, the first year we did the pick'em, he was so bad that he decided that we wanted to do the final four, and then it would be a 200-point swing. We just
200-point
kept it
swing.
from there.
Oh God.
All right, so Lyle, you get to pick first. With
What
the
league are we
W.
in,
The
gentlemen?
dub. We're throwing up our dubs.
Dub.
Rolling on dubs.
Yo yo yo.
The Western Hockey League. Um, there we go. Keep it going so Johnny doesn't think the show ended.
Is it my turn?
Okay. So I go first, eh?
Yep.
Okay,
you go
well,
first.
wrestling theme. Got to stick with the wrestling theme. I'm going with the obvious, the Calgary Hitmen.
There you go. Lyle's still trying to get goals. Johnny, you're next.
No, if I was still trying to get goals, I would have done the Lethbridge Hurricanes.
It's true.
I'm just going to pick the first team that looks like they have a disparity in characters, and that's going to be the Prince George Cougars.
Ah, you son of a bitch.
What? I was
gonna
trying to
pick
tie Sean in.
Yeah, good work. I was try to tie Stan in there,
Yeah.
but no, they're also a bad team. So I'm going to have to go with an even worse team as I tank for last. They currently
Tank
have
for
a win-
200.
tank for 200. Oh, I love it.
Hashtag.
Hashtag tank for 200.
Tank for
It's
200.
good because this team has a 200 winning percentage this year. They only have 132 goals for in 65 games. They are currently on a 18-game winless streak.
Wow.
That's right, kids. The Swift Current Broncos.
Coached by Dean Brockman.
There it is.
There you go.
Now, Mark, who's going to be your sleeper of the week?
My sleeper of the week. They play in the Sasktel Center in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. I
Uh-oh.
feel like I've picked them before
Probably have.
because I feel like I did this exact gig before. They're coached by Dude Love. Pretty sure the last time we did the WHL, I picked them. The Saskatoon Blades.
Dude love.
Perfect. You did it.
God,
All
sorry.
right. That's fine.
Still,
buddy.
still shrugging off the lingering effects of that
Hey, it
cold from
happens,
last week.
man. Listen, hey, it happens.
Scotty, I vote option one. I'm going to grab a beer.
All right, go. Mark picks option one of the one option that I'm giving you. I love it.
Well, he wanted to vote.
That's true. You're not wrong. Now, the theme this week. Carey Price went against the Detroit Red Wings for his 315 game being won.
315 game winning streak.
Yes.
Game winning streak. He's 315-0. So I'm going to go with the Canadians playing another team that's a border city, the Buffalo Sabres. And I'm going to go back in a time where it was symmetrical.
Symmetrical, you
There
say?
was symmetry.
Symmetry
On both sides.
1919?
Close.
I can think what you're laying down, Daddy.
Symmetry on both sides would be 1991. Get it? One's on the end, 9 in the middle.
We're there, yeah. We're there with you.
What?
Carry on.
That's right.
That's a palindrome.
You're a palindrome. I am not someone who flies in the air for Sarah Palin.
That's a palindrome.
Oh, sorry.
Drone, yeah.
Spelled the same.
Mm.
I get my homophones mixed up.
I thought we weren't making those jokes anymore.
I love the grammar. I love the grammar. Grammar spoons is fantastic. Oh my god, that was good.
No homophone. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going back to October 12th, 2002, when the Buffalo Sabres took on the Montreal Canadiens.
Oh god.
Wow.
What year?
2002-03.
Oh god.
The early part. This is game 2 for both these teams.
Oof. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Wow.
Ooh,
Sabres.
Two
Canadian.
teams with a whole lot of suck. Okay.
You guys ran the table last week. Now it's time to put you in your place.
This will
That's
do
true.
it. This will do it. Okay. All right. All
We'll
right.
start with Mark with a C.
Alexei Zhitnik.
Bored.
Yes. Yes. Right off the bat.
Damn it.
Did not waste time.
Yep,
Thank you for
we're
starting with me.
Yep.
Go,
we're
man.
going.
Go.
We're going to Johnny P.
Dominic Hasek.
Wah, wah.
Oh,
He was with the Red Wings.
damn it. Those were the years I don't remember for the Red Wings.
Fine.
For
Lyle.
Dominic Hasek's career.
Okay. Saku Koivu.
Bored.
Yes.
Mark with a C.
Matthew Barnaby.
Oh, that's a good guess, but he didn't play this game.
Oh.
That's a really fucking good guess.
Oh man.
I thought he was there.
He should have
That
been
is
there.
a good guess. yeah.
Oh.
Shit.
Johnny.
Ryan Miller.
No, too early.
What?
Too early.
All right, fine.
Too high.
Too high. What do you mean too high?
The ball wouldn't have been out of most parks.
Because if it's too high or too hard, it's gone. Lyle.
Randy McKay.
Yeah, that dude is totally there.
No, he wasn't.
Oh, come on.
Ah, fuck you.
Shit.
To Mark.
Rob Ray.
Bored.
Oh,
Nice pull.
Nice work.
Whoa.
Nice thuggery.
Oh,
Two names. Never
man.
forget. Never
Yep.
forget two first
First
names.
names. Johnny P.
Chris would like to go with Sheldon Sore.
Ooh.
No, sir.
Ah,
AJ would like to go with Donald Audette.
Bored.
There's a good one. Yeah. Yep. Donald Audette.
And I'll go with Jose Theodore.
Bored.
Yes. There you go. I was gonna grab him, but
No, there you go. Coming
Oh,
off his
there you go.
MVP season. Gave up 6 goals in this game.
Perfect.
wow. Well,
Lyle.
of course we did.
Yeah.
Craig Rive.
No, yes, sir. On the board.
Ah, I was gonna say, damn. I
Yeah,
think
no, he
we
was
got
on the
Booner.
board. He was way down the list. That's why I was kind of just like,
Oh,
whoa, that's
okay.
really. Then there was like nothing.
Mm.
All right. To Mark.
This is probably way too early, but Sergei Kostitsyn.
Yes, it is too early.
Yeah, that is early. Yep.
To Johnny.
Chris would like to go with Michael Pekka.
Ooh,
I think
that's
he was
good.
with the Islanders.
He was with the Islanders then, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
AJ is dropping Jay McKee.
Ugh,
Lord.
another good one.
Oh, that's Sabres. Yes,
Yeah.
good one.
And 2002,
Ooh.
Richard Zednik.
Board.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yes,
good
with the
one.
Habs. Good one.
Lyle.
Just thinking of you said Jay McKee. That got me thinking of another Sabres defenseman. I'm hoping he's there. Brian Campbell. No Soupy.
No, sir.
Was he
no
on the team
Soupy.
that year?
That's a great question. I want to say he was still at Michigan State.
Oh yeah, maybe he still was.
I want to say he didn't come in until
Brian Miller played at Michigan State as well.
did Brian? I think
Thanks, Pierre.
Yes.
Good one.
Yes.
Actually-
Johnny. Yes.
nice.
Oh,
I'm
where'd you
a.
go to middle school, Johnny?
First off, I'm a liar. He played for the Auto 67s. I should have known that because I think he won a Mem Cup with them.
Okay.
And he
But
was in. It looks like he was injured. He only played 65 games that year.
Okay. Because I
Start
thought
off
he
the
was with
season.
the Sabres at that point.
Yeah.
But anyway. Don't
All
matter.
right.
Anyhow, thanks. man.
To Mark.
Andrei Markov.
Oh. Oh. Nice.
Wow.
Ripping up the Habs roster.
Oh yeah.
Noted
well done.
Habs fan. Mark with the C.
Mark with a C.
because his name is Mark in France.
Wait,
Oh,
was
oui,
Rob
oui.
Ray on the?
No, he wasn't. But
yeah, I got 2 Sabres and a Canadian. So fun.
just saying, noted Canadian fan.
Noted Canadian.
Fred and
Noted
Mark with
Habs
the C.
fan.
noted connoisseur of the Quebecois.
Oui, oui, ST.
Exactly. I don't know. I don't want iced tea. I wanted to.
Ah. Oui, oui. No,
Especially
Johnny.
not Wee Wee iced tea.
no, oui, oui. Yeah, that's the worst kind. Yeah.
Um.
The wee wee iced tea puts the P in Arnold Palmer. Go ahead.
Oh. Oh God. That's some hard lemonade.
Mike's not here.
I'm gonna go with. I just always name Canadians that I know, so I'm gonna go with Patrice Boisbois.
Patrice Breezewell on the board.
There you go.
Had the
Okay.
only goal for Les Habitants.
Okay, and I'm gonna go for one of our usual pulls that you go for when you can't think of anybody else. Yannick Perreault.
Board.
Yes.
He was gonna be my
Darn,
next.
I thought he was on one of these teams. Is he on the Sabres?
It was on the Les Habitants.
Oui, oui. Again with the wee wee. What is your fixation with urine, Lyle? Jesus.
Freaking R. Kelly over there.
Moving on. Oh,
Wow, Richardson.
This goes- well, there goes that award.
Yeah. All right, the Mark.
Yeah, I'm running out quickly. I'm guessing Alexander McGillney was retired by now, but I'm gonna say it anyway.
He was actually, I believe, with the
He was with the
Devils.
Leafs.
Leafs or Devils?
Leafs,
Okay.
I think, that
Leafs,
year.
yeah. All right, for Johnny.
Damn it, AJ.
What did AJ say?
AJ just dropped Satan right before I could.
Oh, no way.
Board.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Dad.
Just kidding. I love you. You're great. You're great. Who else?
2002 03 Sabres.
Yeah, that team was dog shit.
Wow.
I don't even know what crappy goalie they would have had.
They were not great.
Yeah.
Fish in Northeast Division.
Neither of these teams are really that good, to be
None of these
honest.
teams were great.
Crappy,
Yeah.
crappy years there for both those teams.
Pretty garb.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
No, Craig Laughlin was not on either of these teams.
Nope. Well, he was on the Canadians one time. He probably was there for Rod Langway.
Yeah, Rod Langway was on the Canadians as well.
Sure.
I'm just kind of stalling at this point. This is bad news. This is too far away from NHL 94 for me to know
Really
any
hit the
of
wall.
favorites.
I think Johnny's hit the wall.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I can get. Sorry.
All right.
Pass.
Lyle.
Steve LaPasse.
Jan Boulis?
Bully Bull is on the board.
Wow, he was a Capital too.
Yeah.
He was.
Well, that's why after you said Zednik, I was thinking, yeah, I think Lewis is still with him at that point. They came over together, didn't they? Yeah, they did.
All right then.
Yep.
Mark.
Eric of the Gardens.
No, sir.
Desjardins.
Nah,
Yeah,
he
no.
was still Flyers then.
Yeah, it was no flyer. Every time we have the Canadians in this area,
Eric
it's a good
Desjardins.
guess. It's a good guess.
Brisebois and Desjardins.
You can't go wrong with Brisebois. He was with them a long time.
Noted
Yeah.
Frenchman, Mark with a C. Anything coming to your head, Johnny?
Chris would like to go with Steve Larmer.
Wow, no.
Out of here.
I'm just saying.
Guys,
AJ,
I don't think he
Wow,
played for
no.
either of these
AJ
teams.
put a heart on the top chat, so I think he's trying to play nice for a game show night over the summer
Right?
or before the playoffs, one of the two.
Either way.
Yeah, I think unless noted defenseman Mountain Dew was on the team.
Oh.
No, I'm out.
Boy!
But Lyle, anything else? We'll do a last call on the last call for alcohol here.
I'm gonna go with Stefan Quintal.
Yep. Board.
Nice.
Kintel.
Yep.
Mark?
I have
That's
2
another
left.
Canadian from that era.
Stephanie Kintel.
All
I
right.
have
All right.
2 left.
Name one of the two, and then we'll come back around to you.
Vincent Damphus.
No.
No, sir.
No, he was
He was in San
Jose.
Jose. Yep.
That was the wrong one to say.
Okay.
Yep. Lyle?
Andreas Dackel.
Board. Nice tackle pull. Mark, is your second.
Stefan Richer.
No.
Okay.
New Jersey.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Probably out of the league at this point.
More than likely, yeah.
Lyle, last one.
I think Doug Gilmore was still with them then.
Board.
Yes. That was a yeah. Well, you
That was
guys
a weird
you
time
guys,
where Gilmore went to like Chicago and New Jersey
Yeah.
and
he went
Toronto,
to,
and then
well, he went to Montreal the previous season, helped to get the playoffs, and then later that year, that was his last season because after he got traded Montreal at the trade deadline to Toronto, first game back as a Leaf, not even on the ice 5 seconds, blows out his knee.
That's
Career
right, I
over.
do remember that.
Yeah.
Johnny, we got any last calls from the chat?
Nope.
The way you guys remember crappy Capitals teams of a certain era, I remember crappy
These
Canadian teams
early
of a certain era.
millennia Montreal Canadiens.
Yeah, that was a rough time to be had.
That's the way it should be. That's what we talked about earlier.
Exactly.
No, you're right. I concede your point. As much I do have, though it's kind of balanced off. I have great memories of the 70s when they were kicking everybody's ass because it was a great time to be a Habs fan, and then the early part of this century when it was not such a great time.
The problem
to be a
is,
Habs
Lyle,
fan.
it has to be crappy Caps teams during our era because I don't think anybody can name anybody on the 74-75 team.
No. The
Not that
first
you'd
cut
want
is the deepest.
Yeah.
All right, so for your Buffalo Sabres, a guy who's becoming a fixture, Stu
Oh,
Barnes.
Stu.
Eric Bolton, Curtis Brown, Tim Conley, JP Dumas, Chris Gratton, Jochen Heck,
Chris-
Adam Marr,
Jochen
You
Heck.
can hack.
Jochen Heck
Heck
and
and
Kerr.
Satan. Heck
Yeah.
and Satan, come on.
together. Yep.
Adam Marr, McKee was mentioned. James Patrick was still in the league.
Wow.
2 first names.
Tyler Pyatt, he had 2 goals in this game. Rob Ray, Satan, Hendrik Tallinder,
Sure.
Vaclav Farada,
Verada.
Rhett Warner.
I always assume he's on the Senators.
Yes, as you should.
Was he a shot blocking defenseman that starts with a V?
That guy who blocks shots.
Verada did block shots. He was
He
he was
did,
tenacious,
I
motherfucker.
Yes, he did.
He wasn't a
But
defenseman, though.
We all know when Mark says that guy who blocks shots.
Yeah.
There could be
Anton
only one.
Volchenkov. Come on.
There
Jeff.
he
I know who
There it is. Rhett Warner, Jason Woolley,
Rhett
Former
Warner.
Oh,
God, the
geez,
best
boy.
country music star in the NHL.
Yeah. and Jitnik in goal.
Oh no.
Number 43, Martin Biron.
Yeah,
Biron.
we didn't even bother to try to go
Marty-
back
Yeah.
to the Sabres
Marty
goal.
Biron.
As soon as I named the 2 goalies that could have been in that era, I was like, I'm out.
Yeah.
Johnny was like, that Grant Fuhr's way gone. For the Canadians, Audette Brisebois, Bullis, Mariusz Tchaikovsky, the powerful Polak.
Oh, the Polish prince.
Dackel, Carl Dykehouse, Gilmore, Ron
too soon.
Hainsey
Yes.
on the board.
Hainsey.
Joey Junot on the board.
Was that
I
was
thought
that the
about
trade?
too.
Was Juno part of the whole Jan Bullis thing and Zubris thing? Not Dynasty.
I don't
but
think
the
so,
other
no.
ones.
He was on the Capitals in '98, so he would have been on the team already.
He was on the Sabres before the after the Caps. He was on the Sabres, and then the Senators,
Oh
then the Coyotes before going to Montreal.
Jesus,
Journeyman.
he got
Yeah.
around.
Chad Kilger, Koivu, Bill Lindsay, Markov, Perot, Oleg Petrov,
Oh yes, Oleg Petrov, one of the Smurfs.
Quintal, Rive, Zednik, and Theodore in net.
Oh, and yeah, by the way, yeah, it was Zednik and Bulis in a first-round pick to the Montreal Canadiens from the Washington Capitals in exchange for Trevor Linden, Dainis Zubris, and a second-round pick, which was later traded to Tampa Bay Lightning on March 13, 2001.
Who do those picks turn into?
I knew that Zubris came from the Canadians.
Well, the first-round pick, the Canadiens, that was a wasted pick because it wound up being Alexander Perezhogin.
Oh, that
Never
was
panned out. Yeah. See, yeah, that was back in the era
it's like
before.
a pierogi.
Yeah, before Bob again, when the management wasn't that good. Yeah, a lot of bad picks in that era. As for that
error, right?
Error, yeah.
Hmm.
The era of error.
All right, Lyle. Well, it's been fun. It's been real. It's been real fun.
As always, guys.
Next week is the spring equinox. So you will get equal time from this week as you did last week. So it'll be the longest day of the year and longest show of the year. We're going the full 8 hours, ladies. and
Not
gentlemen.
true.
Full eight.
Equinox means equal,
Hmm.
not longest and shortest. Come on, man.
Hmm.
You should know better than that.
So that means equal time.
The solstices are the
Sean
long and short.
Leahy and-
Or the solstice? Is it solstice? Probably solstice. Solstices? The solstices. That's a
There
good
you
one.
go.
Yeah.
The solstices.
The
Oh,
winter and summer
Hold on, when is
solstices.
the solstice?
That's when people's souls die.
Yeah.
Wow. So all right. So mark on your calendars. Oh, we'll be in Vancouver. That's draft day. Shit.
Is that the longest day of the year?
That is
Yep.
June 21st.
Yeah.
June 21. All right. So the Wednesday before it, we'll do our longest show ever. 8 hours.
We promise this every year. and
We will
never
be
do it.
starting 8 hours. Oh God.
I mean, let's be dead honest. I'll just take off work and drink for 8 hours if that's what it really goes
Yeah,
down to.
that's-
Yeah.
if we can figure out a way, I can get days off. It's fine. All right. Lyle, it's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun. We'll talk to you again next week.
Talk to you next week, guys. Have a gooder.
There he goes. Lyle Richardson, SpectorsHockey.net at Spectors Hockey for all his writing and stuff. Don't get into a conversation with him. He's not going to reply. Don't at him, bro. Johnny, shout-outs.
I'll give a shout out to Black Bears playing their final home weekend of the inaugural season at Piney Orchard this weekend. When they come back next year, they'll have a brand new rink,
Yes.
from what I'm being told. I'll give a shout out to Baked Ziti.
Okay. I can get behind that.
And a shout out to so the Italians at Mama Roma's in Piney Orchard. They know me at this point. They buy regular Red Bulls, sugar Red Bulls, not the sugar-free shit, and they have them in stock for me when I show up. They don't even charge me for Red Bull anymore.
Wow.
I think it also started because I started talking to them in Italian. But yeah, I just thanked them. I was like, grazie. And then they started,
That's
they
it?
thought I was Italian.
That's all it took for free Red Bulls. Yeah. Shit, I could give free Red Bulls everywhere.
So I keep getting Red Bulls, which is awesome. But I give them tips, so I effectively pay for the Red Bulls. But I didn't.
Yeah, it's under the table. It fell off the truck.
Yeah, it's under the
exactly.
table. Sure. So shout out to free Red Bulls. Yeah, I think that's it. I bought 4 tickets to the Black Bears game on Saturday night. So Laura's telling me that she's bringing the family to the game, and when they don't show up, I'm going to leave them at the box office and those people can decide which family gets free tickets to the game.
There we go.
Make it happen. And NAHL Media Award in.
Shut up.
Boom.
That's awesome. By the way,
I don't even know if there's a media award. Let's put this out there. We don't know if there's a media award.
Dead honest. At this point, I'll buy my own shit like a
We'll
plaque.
buy,
I'll
we'll
just
buy
have
our
it-
own plaque and just say,
I'll
hey,
send you one, and we'll hang it on the wall.
there we go. Be great. Co-winners. Everyone wins.
Chris has a shout out. He wants to shout out the Rangers getting smoked by the Vancouver Canucks tonight.
Perfect. Did it. All right. Mark.
I'm gonna give a shout out to Google Earth. I realize that sounds weird. Go to google.com/earth and then go play Carmen Sandiego. It's like a blast from the past. It'll take you all the way around the world. I just did it. It was fantastic. Do it. Do it now.
No, but do it though.
Probably has to be from a computer. I'm guessing you can't do it.
Do
From
they
your
throw
phone, so-
knives at you?
I don't know. I haven't gotten any of them wrong because I'm super smart now compared to when I was a kid and playing this game.
No,
So-
they threw knives at you when you were close.
when you were getting close, right? I think I solved it too fast. I don't know. Maybe they haven't thrown any knives at me. I only played it once though.
Knives to children
I
anymore.
only played it once. It's like I don't know. They asked about Mount Fuji, and then you click on the thing, and it's like, where did they go? Did they go to Germany, Japan, or Australia? It's like, well, geez, I think I know the answer to that one. Good day,
Germany.
mate. Let's go. Whew. All right, tough room.
What else is in the news?
Let's see. So I have one more statement. Not really a diss or a shout out, but I have 2 herniated discs in my neck.
Hey.
C5, C6, and C6, C7, 2 of them. And I will be having surgery to repair those
Jesus
discs on Tuesday, March 26th.
Oh, hey. So 2 weeks.
So in 2 weeks, I'm guessing that Wednesday the 27th, I will not be on the show.
You sure?
But I should be back the following Wednesday. They said I can get back to work after a week, so I think I should be able to do the show.
Here's
But we'll see. I may be in a neck brace.
we have a Mark big disc show tomorrow or next week.
Yeah.
And where Mark, well, they're gonna let you keep the disc that are herniated. They just
No,
gonna push
I
it
think
back
they
in.
just scrape out all the jelly that squirts out from the side, and then they fill it back in with something. I don't know. I don't
the
know what
jelly
they do.
from your disc. I love it.
Yeah, the disc jelly. Yeah. Anyway, so that's been my week. My
Kind
week.
of reminds me of the time where Sean used to be able to burn 10 discs at one time.
Oh shit.
So yeah.
All right.
Anyway, that's what I think that's what I got. And shout out to Naked Gun 2.5.
There you go. Perfect. Good work.
The Smell of Fear. I'm done.
I'd like to give a shout out to Mama Wa's birthday today. Birthday shout outs. Shout out to the Maryland Black Bears for this continued support. And a shout out to an NHL award. Let's do this. Let's be like ducks and get that bread, baby. Come on. All right. I got nothing else. Shout out to this blizzard that's going to happen of biblical proportions. I'm looking outside. Oh, it's just windy as hell. Still no snow. Nothing. It's North Dakota. It's just wind constant. Shouldn't scare anybody. Assholes. Anyway. That's it. That's all. For Johnny P. Mark with the CM, Scotty Watts, take care of yourself and someone else. This has been the Face Off Hockey Show on Face Off Hockey Show Media, part of Face Off Hockey Show Media Faction, powered by Blog Talk Radio. FOHS Radio on Twitter, Facebook, and elsewhere. I don't know if we have. I think that's the only 2. We don't have an Instagram or a Snapchat that they know about. That's where Mark shows off his disc.
Hello.
Yeah. Patreon. What?
Yeah, that's sorry, what's that other website that got shut down? Never mind,
There's
forget
so
it.
many.
Tumblr, that's what I was thinking of.
No, Tumblr just won't let you show women's nipples.
Oh, really? I can still show pictures of my discs?
Yeah, you can show your disc pictures, but you can't show
Okay.
nipples. You can't show
Gotcha.
female nipples.
Understood. Fair enough.
Yeah, patreon.com/faceoffhockey show for more highbrow comedy like this. And that's it. We'll talk to you guys next week. Peace.
Fact remains undaunted after all. United we shall stand, but divided we shall fall. The world's in shambles and ignited in flames. Don't fucking look at me, cause you're the ones to blame. Because the world's in shambles and ignited in flames. Don't fucking